seen it, is that everything is kind of fated to occur, right? Like, it's not just random things happening perchance randomly and that those characters are getting lucky. It is fate, right? Like, that's kind of like part of the thing. Like, these are stories that are fated to occur. Like, all of this was foretold, shit like that, right? And it's why when he says like, oh, if these things didn't occur, this stuff wouldn't have occurred. And like when he said about how if Bilbo didn't land on some soft mushrooms, hold on. Okay. You love it. Bye bye.
But I swallowed some
if
Red
Bilbo
Bull on
didn't
my
land,
iPhone.
if Bilbo didn't land on like soft mushrooms and like and the orc did, or the goblin did, then Bilbo would have died then and there, and he got really lucky, and it's like, oh wow, right? But I think that's just greatly missing the point, right? In that it is simply how it works, right? Like it's just what it be.
I like the idea
like
because
that.
obviously the ring has like a certain amount of influence in ways. I mean, basically, it does come down to sort of actually it being able to do certain physical things. Obviously, it can't move, but the biggest way it influences
when it
what it's
fell
doing
on his finger, like that was he found that was fine because he does see the ring. The ring does
that's
that.
not like natural. Yeah, that happens because it wants to do that. But I almost like the idea that its influence runs deeper and that it actually is sort of willed fate to keep Bilbo alive, so that Bilbo would find the ring and take it out of the mountain.
I don't. It doesn't feel like something that like run the odds and accidentally, like it would just like Bilbo just happened across it and it was like, fuck it, I'm gonna hop on him, right? Like Big Bad, he was already starting to come out of the woodwork. He already knew that the ring was starting to come back to him, right? Like, I think it's a lot more, all of it is part of the fate and all of it is intertwined and all of it is the way that it's going to be, than everything just happens to go that way. I don't know. That's not the way I see it, at least.
Hobbit movies taste so good without a bitch in the ear telling you it's nasty.
Yeah.
That is the most, like, that's the thing that I apply that to the most, or that applies to me the most in, is the Hobbit films. Easily.
Yeah. Because he does levy the fact that, like, these movies, you could cut, like, a third of it. And he's probably right? Like, you kind of were supposed to, wasn't it? Going into them, they should have only been, like, really only a movie, maybe two they were doing, right? They were aiming for two, and then, like, fuck it, three for money.
Yeah, you cut it down to something that, like, I don't know, like a film feature would approve of more. It's like, this is, like, the perfect, like, structured movie or whatever. It's just, like, it completely loses the point of that experience, which is just supposed to be a ridiculous, unwieldy adventure with things that go wrong, basically, is almost the idea. Things that get in the way that almost shouldn't, that aren't really part of the main quest. They'll be they'll get sidetracked because that's what happens. You're playing like Skyrim, you get like fucking caught by a side quest when you're trying to do a main quest. It's sort of just replicating an experience like that, and it's just a lot of fun. I don't see it as like a perfect. It's not like Hot Fuzz. It's a completely different type of experience. Watching something.
I think his main issue is, obviously his main issue is that, but he then levies that in not just being a taste thing, but like there's like multiple occasions throughout the video that these movies are in the same universe as the Lord of the Rings. Therefore, the goofy ass shit that goes on in this is devaluing Lord of the Rings, or vice versa. They shouldn't have made these decisions in The Hobbit because of how serious the Lord of the Rings was. Well, not like serious, but like apparently only really Legolas had like the goofy ass shit going on, right? But the scene where all the dwarves were like standing on the pieces of wood that were like falling down a cliff and they somehow survived, right? That kind of goofy ass reality bending shit. Only really Legolas had like a hint of those.
Oh, it's far sillier. No,
now it's like everywhere.
The Hobbit is far sillier, obviously. And that's not something I would like deny. And I would almost say like that's a very good argument for why it just doesn't it isn't as cohesive with Lord of the Rings as it could be, because it's not. It's not perfectly, not a perfect counterpiece or perfect accompaniment. What's the word? Companion piece. It's not the perfect companion piece. Lord of the Rings. They don't quite match up in terms of tone. Not that they should. The Hobbit as a book is far sillier and lighter than Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that's something he said at the beginning, man. With like the plate scene, he basically was like, this scene would be fine if it was the jolly story tale that the book is, but it's not. It's them trying to make it into like a 3-act movie serious quest. So I think he both hates that they try to make it into a more serious thing than it is, and then hates how silly it is at the same time.
Well, yeah, because it shows lack of dedication to one tone, and it does conflict sometimes. I think Alfred, he was the master's servant in the 2 and 3. He's not he's not a great addition at all. It's pretty bad. I don't think he adds anything of value. He's kind of just a bit annoying, really. So that's not a good addition. It's sort of in the realm of silliness. But that's sort of the only added element that is like that. Everything else comes from the dwarves themselves, at least, pretty much. Kind of. Or the Master of Lake Town, they sort of, you've got Stephen Fry, so, you tell the direction they're going with that. But he is still a character in the book. Just banded upon. Yes.
Yeah. But that's another thing, is his whole thing about, like, other than the main couple of dwarfs, which I think you know what they are, all the other ones are just, like, literally inserted in after the fact. In that apparently they literally are. Like, he has somehow, like, he's got, like, the scripts, and genuinely most of the time the other dwarfs don't have lines. And they still say stuff in the movie. Like, they'll just, like, take up spots whenever they feel like it.
Yeah, they're just there to form a party. I don't understand. I just assume that it's a common thing where it's like a criticism of the dwarves not being characters, really. Or a lot of them not being characters. And I don't understand why there's a problem with there being people in movies that aren't fully fleshed out characters. I feel like if everyone's fully fleshed out and there's no one else surrounding them that is, like, not fleshed out, then it would probably come across as very strange. It'd be very bizarre if there was literally only 5 dwarves in the company. There should be more than 5 of them, because there would be. There would be more than 5 dwarves from the people of Erebor who fled the mountain who would want to reclaim it. It's as simple as that. There would be more of them that would want to go on the quest. That doesn't mean they have to be fully fleshed out characters in the movie.
Okay, team.
They're just there. And it makes more sense that they're there than not, in my opinion.
And your job is to protect and maintain the
basically, what I'm saying is,
get ready.
Hobbit kind of rules.
Stand clear of the landing.
Really, it's hella fun to watch.
Yeah, but that's just
like,
that's the whole point, though. Like, I just don't see the point in hating it. I understand a lot of the criticism, but I just don't see the point in hating it. I don't understand hating it either. Like, I don't really understand that there are people who they really don't enjoy those films. Like, that's very common.
Well, I think, and this is like something, let's say, right? Use the example of Titanfall 2.
Yeah.
You enjoy Titanfall 2. They released the next thing in the franchise, which was Apex Legends. That was not what you were wanting from the next thing. I think it's like that, right? Where people wanted Lord of the Rings again, and they got The Hobbit, which is not that. Which ultimately,
no.
It's kind of
that
tough
might be
because
true.
there isn't really another Lord of the Rings, right?
No, they
Like,
can't be. They can't be. And that's
like
why I
Tolkien-
appreciate the differences in tone. I feel like if they went for the same tone, it would have come across very. It would probably wouldn't have worked. I feel like the silliness actually helps it to a certain extent. Not that there aren't problems that come out of this. I think some of the worst parts do come out of that, but good lord. I mean, I assume that these people probably haven't watched the extended edition, so. Although I don't know if that would really help.
Which is what he's doing, by the way. He's doing that because he obviously wasn't a huge fan of
Reinforcement is on the way.
the goblin singing one.
Yeah, okay, that's not a great scene either. Although it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun, actually. The Goblin King singing. I don't mind that.
The Goblin King looks so much like Stephen Fry, and it's kind of really mean.
Yeah, well, he's Barry Humphries, who is basically the Australian Stephen Fry. And that's also fine, you can say that. Oh, you joined an escort duty, Tyler?
Hey Harry, I'm in a cave that you're not in,
Yeah, you spawned
which I'm not sure if you're aware has a prospector and a Betsy in.
Well, I know about the Betsy, obviously. Obviously.
I am going to absolutely fucking violate the Betsy.
Hold on.
I don't need you to,
Well,
unless I fuck it up.
yeah, hold on, but you might fuck it up.
I'll be fine.
Riddle me this.
Oh, I'm fucking it up.
Kill! Kill!
I don't know how to. Hooray.
Alright,
I forgot that I had to be able to hit both, and it wasn't exactly the best position.
I love seeing
the
the prospector.
thingies for it.
Oh, it's good. And now we take on the prospector, obviously, because it just makes sense.
Yeah. Plus, the one. I mean, yeah, can't go anywhere, which is quite handy. What hazard is this? Why are you doing so
Five.
much damage?
Five.
Oh, man.
Well, I was hitting the weak point.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just think this is the best build. Nothing fancy. This is a build that confirmed to me that the Hurricane is just not a bad weapon. This is just a clean.
Freeze. Freeze.
Can't do that.
Freeze. Freeze.
Oh wow, it's doing a lot of damage. Where you going, buddy?
Freeze. Freeze. Yeah. And it's the same thing, except less of the same thing. So I feel like I don't blame people for like hating on The Hobbit because it's not really bothered. Because even though I've not really watched much of Lord of the Rings, I can respect that it was like good. But I'm sorry, anyone that gets pissed about the prequels to Star Wars is just a fucking dumbass. Because the old movies are so fucking boring. I can't stand it. Like, fuck off. Like, it's, like I don't know. Like, it's like, so oh, this is fucking terrible. But like the thing they originally saying isn't even that good either. So it's like,
oh, you mean
off.
okay,
Like,
Star Wars 2, the original trilogy.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
yeah,
it's
that
like
is
Lord of the
different.
Rings is like
yeah.
fair enough. The first one was good, so if the second one's not as good in your opinion,
Oh
that's
yeah,
fair.
those movies hold
But
up.
the
They're just
fucking
in my
first Star
like
Wars is
I
so
find those
boring.
movies just as like there are obviously there are some small differences, mainly visual, but they still hold up to modern standards in my opinion of filmmaking because they sort of set a lot of standards. Which is why they fall behind in some ways with visuals, and sometimes the acting is a bit more old-timey, ever so slightly. But that's only because that's what they were going for, because it's a bit Shakespearean anyway.
I'm sorry, but
little
I
bit.
will never not point towards the Darth Vader versus fucking Obi-Wan as
No one
why
disagrees
these
with that, though,
movies are not
Tyler.
worth
No one
respecting.
disagrees
Like,
with that specifically. I want to point it out. That people would
'cause, like,
absolutely agree with you on that.
Watching the prequels and then watching that actually made like part of my soul die. Like seeing like Obi-Wan, who I got to like over 3 movies, go out like that. It was a fucking piss take.
Obi-Wan's awesome. I mean, Dave Filoni said something recently about Anakin Skywalker is like the greatest Jedi of all time. I think most people agreed with him, and I don't think that's. I think it's pretty clearly Obi-Wan. I think it's very obviously Obi-Wan.
Wait, who's the favorite out of the
No, just the
franchise?
greatest Jedi. Just the best.
Oh.
I think it is Obi-Wan, kind of by a lot.
If you think it's Anakin, then everyone trained Anakin. So.
And kicked his ass. The only time that he didn't was when he was an old man and basically chose to die anyway. Kicked his ass twice.
Because he knew that, it's gonna kind of needed it.
And then he took on Darth Maul on his own as well after Darth Maul killed his master. The only time actually Obi-Wan sort of got trounced on was against Count Dooku, who just knocked him out, which is a bit unfair.
Drill dozer moving. Try to keep up and guard it with
Obi-Wan's the shit, man.
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck about Star Wars power scaling, to be honest.
Even if
Said out later,
I just like Obi-Wan. A cool guy.
It's just something that they didn't say, like, Rey was the strongest Jedi.
Well, Dave Filoni is like, he's like the creator of the Clone Wars like series, and he like runs the TV stuff. He's probably not interested in the sequels at all. People like him because he doesn't play into that. He does the Mandalorian.
So Dave Filoni, is he the one from Marvel?
That's John Favreau. They're basically a duo that are basically running Star Wars at the moment, basically. Although, due to the Mandalorian, a lot of people are starting to doubt both of them, I think. After the season 3.
Well, I think it's just the. I mean, other than that, because season 3 of the Mandalorian is really fucking weird.
Yeah.
They basically revealed that they had no real end goal with the Mandalorian. In that it's just a story they're just gonna keep telling as long as they can.
Well, Gideon's going to come back, isn't he? I just realised.
Oh.
Because there's like, it was a pretty shitty end first of all, so I don't even think it's that bad of an idea from that standpoint. But you know, like, he's so popular, and he had all those fucking clones. One of the clones probably somehow like survived or something. I feel it's pretty cleanly set up for them to just be like, oh, he's one of his clones. It survived somehow.
I mean, I think Tom talked to me about how they're kind of building slightly towards like a continuation of what are they? I don't think it's Rebels.
Well,
no, yeah,
both. Both Rebels and Clone Wars in a way.
Yeah. With like characters mentioned in like the final episode. Yeah.
Yeah, Admiral Thrawn. Yeah.
Rebel. So they could stop putting.
I mean, Ahsoka is going to continue, and Thrawn will be in Ahsoka the series, played by the original voice actor, which I do think is actually pretty cool.
It's cool when they do that.
Yeah, it's Mads Mikkelsen's brother actually. Lars Mikkelsen. Yeah, he voices Thrawn and plays Thrawn.
Canister in.
Although apparently one of the movies that got announced at some point was a Dave Filoni produced movie or directed even. I'm not sure. Which would be like a movie that ties up all of those series. And maybe, or at least combines them all. That would be like Ahsoka and the Mandalorian. And maybe probably Book of Boba Fett. Maybe, I don't know. It'd be a movie set in that era with those characters, that, like, which is not a bad idea.
It really is kind of like sad how they like kind of capped, right? In that like the sequels would all like you can only go so far in the future, and you can only do so big a stakes, as to a bit not being weird that it wasn't mentioned in the sequels, right? Like, whatever occurs in there has to be not noteworthy enough to where people are going to levy it and like, okay, so why didn't they bring that up in the sequels?
Yeah, it's just like, where's Grogu in the sequels as a...
Yeah, I mean, that's already a bit of a weird one.
Sort of like, I assume he'd be somewhat grown up by then. Not
well, that was already something, right? Is that, I mean, I didn't know that, but like, everyone knew that fella, swole guy, was like Duke's first disciple. Yeah, you know, he had the picture of him looking really swole.
Yeah, Kylo Ren.
Yeah, he was like Luke's first disciple, yet Grogu was looking like he was going to be it. So
well, that's the thing, I don't know if it was ever said that Kylo Ren was the
disciple.
first. Oh, that's also true, it didn't end up being that. It didn't end up being the case anyway.
Yeah, which people could kind of guess because, you know, he wasn't mentioned, and yeah, some bullshit. But yeah, so they're already kind of like, storytelling is being hindered by the fact that the future is already told, and it's already calling things into question. Fuck.
perfectly executed. Because director had a little bit of health missing, which means if there's a detonator coming, you've got to kill it and then repair a little bit of health to keep them safe.
Drill does are moving. Everything
Hey
looks
Reverend,
fine,
are you
but
talking about
it's
Obi-Wan turning into a Force ghost? No. Remember, Yoda has the. Please, stop being such a fucking nerd. And remember, Yoda has the power to tear a small planet apart, and Anakin / Darth Vader is the most powerful Force user. Period. I think that's true. I just think Obi-Wan's probably the most skilled lightsaber user.
Contact.
Or combine the two.
Dozer. Hunker
Combined
down
Force and
load up.
lightsaber user. Like he's beaten Anakin multiple duels now. Including when they were training, but also the main ones at the end of Revenge of the Sith and in the series. The one series.
I think Grogu is the most powerful Force user.
I think I don't know his name actually. Donnie Yen's character from Rogue One. He's not a Jedi. The blind
No, where
one.
the fuck are you going?
Cryo cannon users when they see a goof on them. Proceed to waste. No, actually everyone else wastes ammo. But it's only because it takes so long. Reason.
It's often
No, we
easier to
shoot
kill
at them.
them.
Yeah.
Just shooting the balls.
Yeah.
It's just that I've not got much else to do. What am I gonna do? Not shoot it?
Maybe. Remember when Obi-Wan beats Anakin on the other planet, Anakin's both in a bad mental state and on a power trip. Yeah?
Isn't that how the dark side of the Force works?
Yeah,
That
that's
the
supposed to
angrier
be...
it is, the stronger it's supposed to be?
Yeah, I don't... Yeah, I think you're dumb.
Well, no, I don't think he's dumb. I think the franchise is dumb, and therefore he gets away with it.
Really?
Because I think it's just bullshit. It's just all bullshit.
You-
It's
What do
just all bullshit
You think Star
being made up
Wars
then and
is, you
there.
think Star Wars is silly, do you?
I think it's worse than silly. I think it's silly that takes itself seriously. Also, what the hell? The Almiran's got some new defense! Fuck!
Keep Doretta safe!
Loretta, what the fuck are you doing? Revan, what do you think of the Hobbit movies?
I'm sure he knows too much about them.
I don't mean that.
Reach
What,
the Hearthstone.
what do you think of them?
Press the button on the dozer and start the extraction when you're ready.
Deep Rock seriously need to invest in some
And
better
wait.
equipment.
Pardon me. Sorry, I am drinking a fucking massive can of Red Bull.
Hang in there. Supplies are on the way.
Will you finally run out of Tom's gift then?
Yeah, I bought one yesterday, actually.
Zip line done.
Why?
Resupply
What do you need
arrived.
the energy
Don't
for?
restock.
I don't.
Just a weirdo that brings it for fun.
For fun. For fun. You say you do this for fun? This should be good. I haven't watched the Hobbit movies in a long time, so I can barely remember them. Sorry. Go watch them then. Now. This is your assignment.
How about we do a live watch through of the entire Hobbit trilogy? I don't want to do that, by the way. Don't do that.
Worthless, but fun to destroy.
Plus, we'd get fucked.
We'd get what?
Torn to pieces. by
Born
the
to
algorithm.
threads.
Down the hatch.
Do you know where the snowmen live?
Drill dozer running at full steam. Stay alert, team.
And
The noise and vibrations are attracting
I think
the bats. Swarm on intercept course. Get ready to protect
Yeah.
the drill
Just shut the
dozer.
fuck up unless you know what you're gonna say.
I think the Hobbit movies actually have a very underrated casting.
He
I think
didn't
it's almost just as
disrespect that.
perfect as Lord of the Rings. No, I know, but I don't think we talk about it enough, how perfect certain, like Franduil and Thorin specifically. You might not know who Franduil is, actually. Do you? Franduil. The Elven King.
Right. He's a prick.
Mr. Fabulous Man. Yeah, he is. Perfect, though. Perfectly cast. I'm of the opinion that the Jedi are the evil side of the Star Wars universe. Okay?
You are cringe.
That's kind of cringe,
Get
bro.
ratio.
Is that cringe? I don't care.
Yeah, because it's cringe. It's a nothing statement. You're wrong.
Is he? Is he?
What? Yeah. Like, they may not be the inherent good that they pretend to be, but they're not the evil side. Unless you think the Force itself is evil. But even then, what did Sith do with it?
I'm a grey Jedi. I would be a grey Jedi. Grey Jedis aren't really a fucking nerd.
I'm gonna be a beige Jedi.
That's so much better.
Anything about the Force?
I'm gonna be a.
Pretend I do.
I'm gonna be an olive green Jedi.
Swarm detected. Keep the drill dozer operational at all costs.
That's where I'm at.
Thank you.
The drill dozer is at the halfway point. Keep it running.
I didn't know.
Thanks for the shield, my man.
I didn't know. I didn't know it was a pathetic one.
Quick! Someone debug the dozer!
You should have.
Yeah, I should have done it. I agree.
Good.
Good God, man! Good God, man! You almost got the cheese touch.
So, it's almost August.
Oh,
So, almost August.
yeah,
They're almost back.
yeah.
And then hopefully they're back with something.
Something. No, there will be. Come on.
They really don't have much time to not do the summer holiday if they like, because they don't really say like immediate.
Yeah.
They'd be like, we're back and here's the summer event. Or and at least here's the summer event like next week. But I think it's probably better if they do it then.
Yeah. Disagree.
What do you mean disagree?
I don't know.
The drill dozer just has to drill a little further and we're done.
You just play devil's advocate, but then you make really shitty arguments, which help.
Isn't that what devil's advocate is, really? Usually.
No, kind of. Yeah. Not inherently. Like conceptually, it's not that. But in execution-wise, it's often that.
Safe.
Little thoughty fix.
Swarm! Repeat, swarm!
Booyah! Lock and loaded. The bugs are swarming.
Well, I mean, I think it's actually been going okay, considering. I mean, I don't know if Ghost Ship's lack of presence can really be tied to certain things. Like, does that mean that, you know, the only things that really change is the fact that you get news videos, I guess, and then usually the podcast can do better when there's stuff to talk about in that sense. But video is only really just starting to slump in that sense, and they're going to be back soon. So. By that I mean sort of not averaging about 200 views. It's only really just starting to happen. Like, well, oh well. Do I look like I give a fuck?
Supply pod requisitioned. Launching now.
Revan's still talking
He
about.
doesn't give a fuck.
Revan's still talking about the fucking Sith and the Jedi and why they're bad.
No one
Nobody
cares.
cares.
Everybody.
cringe slash ratio slash L.
The drill dozer served its purpose. The Heartstone is
That
ours.
Star Wars is for
Deposit
sissies.
it and wrap up the mission.
I love that word.
It is.
Nicely done.
I don't know.
Armor and
Star Wars is
Heartstone
one of the most
secured.
overhyped
Hold the
shit
top
out
guard
there.
when you're ready.
Shield recharged.
I've watched everything but the new 3 movies. And I guess the Andor thing. I haven't watched that.
I mean,
I have no
that
intention to watch
that's yeah. I mean, that's a bit bizarre. I mean, I haven't really watched it either, which I feel bad about. But it's like pretty unanimously like this is the best series, the best live action show by far that they've done.
it. Cool, but I don't give a shit.
No,
I mean, I
it's
got
fine.
halfway through fucking Obi-Wan as well. Actually, that was it. Like, I was jokingly playing along with the whole Star Wars thing, and then I got like Obi-Wan just fucking bored me to death.
Excellent.
Playing along.
So I tried watching an episode like 3 or 4 times on like separate occasions. I just couldn't get through it. I'm like, oh fuck this noise. From now on, it's just Mandalorian. And then even then, Mandalorian
Mando
tested
tweet.
my fucking patience. I wouldn't say that it is. If next season of Mandalorian is
Retrieving the mule.
similar to this one, I probably won't continue
Drop pod
watching it again
departing
either.
in T-minus 5 minutes.
Thank you everyone for agreeing that the Obi-Wan show sucked. It did. It did. The fact that that
It's
show
just
has
got more Darth
offenders is so
Vader, that's
sad.
what people like.
It's so mid. And it's like, oh, it's alright. I like Obi-Wan and I got Vader and stuff. It's like, yeah, but the show was
It's
so
just
fucking
I think
mid.
people's standards are just so low nowadays.
Yeah, that's why I like The Hobbit so much. Wait a minute.
Well, The Hobbit is still arguably a higher standard than some of the shit that's going out. And especially considering the shit they went through, right? You would have gotten a lot worse stuff nowadays. This controller's just down.
No. No.
You have one hollow mic.
4 minutes.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Now,
Yeah. Anyway, what?
I don't remember.
Obi-Wan's
Go on.
mid.
The mule is secured.
People settle for
Initiating
mid.
launch sequence.
And
Deep
standards are too
thanks
low.
for your good work.
That's
Drop pod will leave with or without you.
I watched a video talking about that kind of stuff. Probably that, but about why like movies just are failing, but also aren't at the same time. Like how like the new Indiana Jones, the Flash, the other thing. Stuff like that is failing badly. The big robots.
Departing in T-minus 3
big
That
robots.
movie. Yeah.
Big robots movie.
Yeah.
What?
They like cards, Transformers. That's the one.
Transformers.
Yeah. Why like the new Transformers, Jones, the Flash, like why all these movies
What's the
fucking
best?
bombed, and yet like other ones aren't. But it basically equates it to movies are too expensive. Are you gonna deposit the Holomite? Okay, no.
Retrieving escape
I think I might be
Yeah.
retarded.
I wonder what you were doing running around out there for so fucking long. I assumed it was
I was give the
that.
director's head, but then I couldn't find it, and I just got in. It's like, okay, I guess you got the director, so I was just getting the
Holy
part.
shit, we didn't do a Holomite secondary.
Happened before.
Hmm,
Nice glowing eyes.
that's you, eh?
Yeah, I'm talking to myself.
Oh, okay.
Every time I
Yeah.
wake up, I look in the mirror and I say, nice glowing eyes.
That's scary. Basically, the movies are too expensive to be watching mid shit.
Yeah, they're really expensive and they're just not like insanely good. And they just need to be really good to justify it.
And this is like with the Disney stuff, where Disney stuff is failing constantly.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
going to
yeah.
the cinema costs like 20 quid, what universe are you doing that over waiting for Disney Plus to come out? Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, and
right?
that as
You're just
well.
not.
Yeah, they done. Yeah, that nonsense is really.
So if you like guaranteed
Banging
within a
down.
couple months that the movie is going to be like on a streaming service, why bother? But even then, Guardians of the Galaxy still did well somehow.
Almost selected.
Yeah,
I think it's
because it
just
was
that
actually
James Gunn's
good.
name is one of the most
Yeah,
valuable
also
shit
that.
out there right now.
There is that, but it was also just good because it wasn't quick. I want to point out, it didn't make all that money instantly.
People were hesitant
Yeah,
to
they
see
were.
if it was a good Marvel movie
Yeah,
or one of the other Marvel movies.
one of the other ones.
And then people were like, oh, yep, James Gunn knocked it out of the park.
Yep.
Is that coming out again this week or next week?
August 2nd, next week.
It's middle.
Yeah.
Alright.
Pardon me. Pardon me. After watching Mandalorian and then Obi-Wan, maybe question who's the dumbass given this job. Nice grammar. Gibbon. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't care. I don't care about Star Wars. If it's good, it can be good. I don't know I just don't know about Star Wars. I am not a big fan of it though. I know that.
Pots of
Yeah,
gold.
I've been like partial to it like pretty much my entire life, but never really don't love it really at all. Certainly.
I watched it all during like a month
Revan,
to see what
Revan.
the hype was about.
Stop,
And I saw the
Revan. I
hype
think
was
this
useless.
is very stupid. Do you mean Mandalorian and Andor, or do you just not know that it's called Andor and you actually think that it's called Mandor? Because you are really throwing me for a loop right now. Because he says he's very clearly spelled out Mandor, not Mandalorian. So, what am I meant to make of that?
Could be mixing the two.
Yeah, but it's like,
and
why
that
would he be
those
like,
two are
they're
good,
not
the other one
Mandalorian? No?
One script for me.
wasn't.
You know what I'm saying?
I have a vague idea of what you may or may
This is
not be
gonna
saying.
make
Do you know
me
what I
look
mean?
So fancy. Script.
Lovely script. When the arcade machine was here,
Not bad.
I don't.
So they literally didn't they put the drum here as well on that video? They have
Yeah.
like a version of the rig where there's like an extended bit here.
Maybe they do.
Well, they must, because they showed the thingy with the arcade machine here. But,
Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo. I have a big dong.
Hurry up. Let's
No, you
see.
don't.
Younger,
How do you know?
Seen it.
How do you know that it isn't huge?
Seen it.
How?
Or should I say, haven't seen it.
Haven't seen it, so you think you should be able to see it at all times, and if you can't, then it must be small.
Then clearly you're lying out of your teeth.
Lying out my ding ding dong willy. my bing bong beanis. Cat attack.
Cat attack?
Story time. I can't be bothered.
Have you seen him again since
No.
last night?
Oh, look up there.
I hate this damn planet!
Has anyone seen
The
my
Invader.
dick?
Rupert the Intruder. Good name.
Let's get the job done and get back in a hurry.
I'll be throwing out a term intruder nowadays, eh?
So we had a cat that just invaded our home, but he was very nice.
Find and repair the lost mules.
It was really weird.
Drop pod operational and return to base.
Nice little fella, but he was
Heavy
not. Well, he was not allowed.
Try not to mess it up like your former
Yeah.
colleagues.
Yeah. That's the story.
I mean, I guess it was close to one.
Close to what?
Don't know where the character development was.
Well, I don't know, the cat. Our cat. Yeah. Fighting. Got in through the ceiling. The upstairs window. Reverend, I don't know what you're talking about. No more Star Wars.
Star Wars is banned.
Star Wars is banned. Anyone talks about Star Wars on this channel, they're getting fucking ganked.
I just put up a ziplock. No more room.
It's only
Fight
fair.
for the closet.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans?
Only plays with friends.
I wonder, and by wonder I mean I'm almost 100% sure that like any video that he's in is like got like 100,000
Zach.
more views than the other ones. I would imagine. Right?
Like Pebbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like if he's not in it,
You're talking
then people
about
just, like, don't
Baseballs.
bother.
No, you're not.
Go lie down for
Baseballs is a Star Wars spoof, so that's also banned.
response. Let's find and destroy the brute nexus hatching
Worse than banned. It's illegal.
Illegal. What is banned if not illegal?
Straight to yeah.
What is grief if not love persevering?
them. Be gone!
Oh. I for like all of that time thought that you made a joke, because you said grief, like griefing, and then I realized, oh no.
You silly sausage finger. You
I wouldn't say silly sausage. I would say internet brain rot. I think that's what that one.
I don't think about griefing though. Oh, when does that even come up anymore? That term does not get used really.
No, not at all. But
No.
it's still
So why is it on your mind?
the thing. I don't know. It's
I'm a
more on
creeper,
my mind than
Minecrafting
grieving.
Reaper. Really?
I mean, I did watch a bunch of guys. I was doing the washing up the other day, and like, before I did it, I had a little song in my head, and it was, I'm not actually sure which one, but it was a Minecraft parody. I'm like, you know what, fuck it. And so I put on like a playlist that
Thank God.
had Minecraft parodies on.
Easy.
Feel my wrath.
And honestly,
You want to be as intelligent as
they're about
Tyler.
as good as I remember.
Listen to Minecraft parodies or do machine.
They are too much effort for what they are. At least the ones that I saw. I didn't see all of them, but some of them were like serious shit. Obviously, a lot of Captain Sparkles was like he's come up with like all of it had like animation and its own fucking story. And I think at some point they just stopped the parody thing and they just became actual songs.
Reloaded.
Like, they actually made them.
Get ready, team. Let the face meteor shower imminent.
And then there was like Don't Mind at Night, which I still hate because it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, I just don't know
There's
how
nothing
that
to
comes
stop
up.
you from mining at night.
I just don't know how you
Come
can let
on.
that get by you. You know, like it's just like, oh, that sounds good, but wait a minute, it doesn't make any sense. I'm going to put this idea can't go, can't be a thing.
It's just, I think it's literally, it's just like you're making words. Like you grab a song and then you put Minecraft words in it, and that's how you make a Minecraft.
I think
word.
AI made it or something.
Yeah. Give me some sugar.
And they figured out, hey, last Friday night, don't mine at night.
Yeah.
Huh? Huh?
Yeah, you like that?
And history was made.
I do find it sad when I was forced to watch the live-action Disney remakes of old Disney animations and I felt sick. Which ones? What, all of them?
Why were you forced?
Yeah, you wouldn't be forced to. That's just not a thing. People always say that and it's always like, because my mum asked me to. It's like, you fucking pussy.
Yeah, put your shit at your mum.
No, don't do that. Don't
Do that.
just be like, nah.
That really approves of mum abuse.
Yeah, we approve of mum attack.
Thumbtack. Like thumbtack, but
No,
for mums.
mum attack.
Uh,
I don't think
prefer
all of the
mum
Rockbox
attack.
enemies need a ranged attack now that there's an acid spitter and goo bomber. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right.
yeah and no.
I don't think it's bad still. I just don't really have problems.
You
with
can't be going around removing abilities of already incredibly bland enemies. Like, I'm sorry, that out the gate. You be doing that. I get your point though.
Can't
Like
hide
they probably wouldn't
this.
have needed to add range attacks to them if there were ranged versions of them when they added them. But because there wasn't that, it kind of occurred.
I think
But
the
I'm still of the opinion that it's the range attacks of the grunt and the grunt is like the only actual interesting thing that they provide. It's a grunt that make ranged attacks
He lobs
before
things
they
at
go
you.
in.
the lobber.
That like stops before they reach you and then just attack.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you were bribed. You were bribed. Oh, you gained things from this. You gained payment.
I think I would need like more money than I think it's reasonable to watch a movie I don't want to watch for money.
Yeah, I
Because
wouldn't need
I wouldn't
much.
not want a fiver, but I just think it's just too much.
It does depend on the movie. If it's a movie I've never heard of, I probably wouldn't need much. If it's a movie I know but I hate, just in concept.
The new live action Lion King, I would need like 20 quid to watch that.
Yeah.
I would not
Response here.
want to go out of my way to watch that. Not that it's that out of the way. I have Disney Plus. So
Or like Dear White
even
People or
if-
something. You probably need to pay me like, I don't know,
All that,
£500. I'd do it. Definitely. But
I mean, that's like a whole ass thing, right? Did it actually get more than one season?
it was a movie.
No, right? Ah,
Every
Dear White, it might be a show. I don't know.
infected Clifford.
those tall girl movies.
Yeah, you'd have to pay me a lot to watch that. It seemed fairly funny. Like, you know, laugh at them, maybe.
That funny bad is more reasonable than boring bad.
Exactly.
I think is all the
I'm
new
not
live
sure if
action
it's quite.
stuff is.
Yeah.
Like I don't think you would have to pay me to watch The Room, right? Like I would if I could and not on my own. God forbid.
You wouldn't watch The
Just-
Room. I'd probably watch it.
No,
for
I
free.
would. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, right,
Like, you wouldn't
okay.
have to pay me to watch it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to watch on my own though. But,
No.
I would be down to watch it if like we were all just there and it suddenly appeared on the TV. I'm like, yeah, fuck this. Not
Yeah, well, I
like,
remember,
fuck
like,
this, but,
you know, like when we were on
fuck yeah, this.
holiday, when we were in Devon earlier this year, and you know, like, just there's no point really setting this up. Basically, just Kingsman just so happened to be on the telly, like just the movie, and like, actually it was like Tokyo Drift and then Kingsman.
Cleansing part
I was
long
like,
distance will arrive shortly.
this TV has good taste. I ended up watching like pretty much the entire thing. I watched the entire thing from where it was, and I can't remember where it was though.
Time to get
He
started.
started training, I'm sure, but it was like before, still in the first act, I think. So it's quite early on. I just watched the whole thing, so it's on. It's also because it's Kingsman. Can't not watch it. Wrong. My biggest complaint about the Rock box is when you have to shake the stick to escape it. It's slower than PC and not good for the controller. Yeah, should probably just be a button, like one button. Really,
Yeah, more
It's-
like
just kind of annoying.
like AB.
Yeah. AX, would be better.
Either way, something you have your thumb over and then you just like slightly gyrate it instead of like something where I genuinely have to like let go and then like switch hands to fucking do like, with any speed.
Yeah, I don't know why you have to do that.
It's by no means convenient.
I use my left hand. Is that what you mean? You can't use your left hand. You have to switch to your right hand to do it.
Well, but it's arguably easier.
I mean, I'll get better at that stuff because I masturbate with it.
I know you just stare at the ceiling and all your cum seeps out of you.
I just stare at my penis.
You just will it and it starts crawling out.
It just seeps out. It is like it's crawling. It looks like some kind of limbed creature. And it's like crawling.
It's just like a snake or like a worm.
How much would it take
across
for
the
you to
rib.
binge watch all Disney live action remakes in a row? I would do it easily for 1,000. That might still be a bit high though, I don't know. But I wouldn't turn that down.
I think I'll make it a all reasonable like 500.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not going to turn down 500. Especially as long as I get prep time.
Prep time.
Players ain't ready.
In that I can get like some snacks and get really coffee.
Well, I really wouldn't
and
want
just
to
kind of suffer
watch
through it.
Milan.
Watch what?
How much money would you need to be paid to watch all of the live action Disney remakes?
How many hours is there?
Oh, probably like
Mule
10 to
operational.
20, I
Well done.
imagine.
Yeah, I think
It's a pretty big range.
I mean, yeah, I'd do anything for money, so
Oh. Where you go, everyone?
I don't know.
Heard it here first.
But
Is that a nice cold can of Red
the
Bull?
problem
Looks
is,
like
is
2 people that got Red Bull right now.
I already have money, and stop taking pictures of him. Already have money and work pays pretty well, doesn't it? So it have to be a lot more than. Only worth the time, you know, because that's going to be like 20 hours worth of stuff, and then say like even if it's only £10 an hour, which is like nothing, that's only 200 quid. Like £10 an hour, and I'd want more than £10 an hour.
Well, yeah, we said like
Probably want more,
500 is probably.
Just sitting on your ass and watching a movie.
Yeah. Sitting through
No,
that shit, I
more
probably
than
want at
one
least
movie.
£20 an hour.
You need to binge, you do it all in one like go.
I probably want £20 an hour, which is about 400 quid
There you go.
at least.
There.
Basically, a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh, and they'd have to cover Red Bull.
I ordered a resupply.
They supplied
Yeah,
me with
the
the Red
prep
Bull
time.
per film, then that'd be fine. Yeah, prep stuff,
Yeah.
food and everything.
Prep time.
I don't want to be paying for that.
What would you want to
out of
eat then? What would you prefer food?
Everything, really. If you're going to be there for 20 hours, at that point you should just be trying to like...
Well, an extra large
eat
from
food.
Papa John's
That's what
could
you're there for.
sustain the whole thing.
pocket. Yeah, Papa John's and Chinese.
They stopped delivering to my house. Or just in
Chinese
general,
Papa
maybe? I don't know.
Papa John's?
Yeah, the local, the one in Herne Bay.
Oh,
One in
yeah,
town,
I
I
think they
mean.
might be
Not Herne
further
Bay, we
out
don't live there.
It might be that. I told you about some of the shady business practices that be going on at Papa John's.
No.
Because obviously I used to work there and it was pretty wrong. But
Shit,
then
I
it
saw
got
your
worse
fucking
after
life.
I left, and then Lennon's
Me?
been filling me in on it while I've
Yeah.
been going there for my bike.
That's just a
and
fan.
Lennon still talks to the people who worked there because he's better friends
No,
with them
it's
'cause he worked there
Tom
for longer.
playing just as loud as Tom's talking.
They had a whole. They got sued for not paying their workers.
Mm. No wonder
Like
that was so...
they just refuse to pay everyone because they don't make much money, and also they've been like committing so much like fraud and tax fraud
What?
to like stay afloat.
The thing is I'm not surprised because like it's good shit and all, but like people can't afford Papa John's.
I know.
It's just not reasonable.
It's so good though.
Yeah, but it's just too much money. It's like it's the fact that nowadays like yeah, it's worth its money, but people can't afford its worth, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's
well,
too
fine
good
when you
for
collect
the-
it, but no one collects it. It's surprising working there how few people collect, even though collecting's the only way it's feasible.
Well, no,
Hey,
I
when
would
it's collected,
say
it's
fine,
really cheap.
fine. No, it's still not cheap.
Secondary objective
It's,
complete.
it's like
it's
still
very
slightly
worth
more
the
ex-
money.
yeah,
It's,
it's
still
slightly more expensive than
or on
normal
par with
pizza.
a lot of other pizzas. But
Yeah, but it's just a lot better. But like ultimately, you could just get a different pizza, and then you could get it at about the same price and have it delivered. And ultimately, it is worse, but not by that much, right? Like takeaway pizza is hard to fuck up, and not many places do.
I mean, I think Domino's is pretty disappointing.
Domino's is overpriced, and it's about
Only
as mid as
because
all the other
maybe
places.
it's just because maybe it's just because Papa John's is so good, it just can't really compete. Like it's seen as a competitor. Like a lot of people prefer Domino's, and it's like you're fucking crazy. It's actually funny to me how good
people like
Yeah.
Domino's
Papa
is like
John's
why
is
people
compared
get
to
Apple
it.
phones. It's because they're actually brain dead and can't understand that it's just a worse phone.
It's just like,
They've
oh,
literally been
Domino's is
conned
the
by
brand.
society into thinking that it's good.
Like how, as far as Apple
that's different.
phone users are, like Apple is the only phone.
It
right?
obviously
That's
Apple's
the only phone
overpriced.
you
Obviously,
have.
it's overpriced, but it still works as a phone. But what's the point of pizza? You want the best pizza possible. The point is taste.
Yeah.
You know.
Not always though. Sometimes you need what you can afford.
Yeah, then you should just get
Papa
store-bought
John's
That's
pizza.
when Papa John's
are about as
doesn't get any.
expensive.
But
not-
Yeah,
Tyler,
I know,
if,
but
Tyler,
which
if it's about
expensive.
cost, you probably shouldn't get takeaway anyway. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a cost and laziness, or cost and convenience.
Yeah. No, I told you fucking guys what really insane laziness would be.
I don't
There.
remember really.
Like, guy ordered a pizza, and I could see Papa John's from his house.
No,
Where I
isn't that when you
delivered
got by
If
car?
I could walk to Papa John's
No.
to collect it, I'd be getting it like every fucking day because I could just walk there.
How far would you say is walk there? Like,
What if I could get there in
Oh,
20?
walking,
If I
I
could get
think-
there in 20 minutes,
I think walking is like
I'll do
20
it.
minutes.
Yeah, I'd do it
20
in 20
minutes.
minutes. That's
there,
worth it to Papa
and then
John's.
20 minutes back.
That's
so
worth
you
it to
would
Papa
so you
John's.
would say that I live close enough to where you would have it daily then?
Yeah. No, not daily though. Not actually daily because that'd be terrible. But I would have it weekly.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
actually have it
if
weekly.
If I lived to as close as it as you do, I'd have it probably way too much.
In America,
Yeah,
the
I've
average
had it the
wage is
least
not
out of
enough
all
to
of us.
support yourself by yourself most of the time. Last time I checked. Well, that's why pretty much everyone in America has like roommates, housemates, and has multiple jobs as well. Really sad, actually.
Who do I know him?
But I'm just saying, like, you know, like.
I can see him, yes.
I used to go to school with him.
You used to go to school with him, yeah?
And I was
Anyone else? That's a dog.
He looks
It
awful.
Just, like,
He looks like
yelping in the
comically
background.
ugly.
The dog.
All mules secured. Now to get the pod.
Well, they're not going to understand the words that's coming out of her
He
face,
died.
so she might as well be an animal, right?
He died this
Just say
morning
out of her
of
face.
What? Being like morbidly obese.
Not out of her mouth. The words come out of her face.
There was a kid who bullied Kim and he died from being too fat
What?
yesterday.
It's just someone in Scotland.
Yeah, someone Kim went to
Of
school
course it
with.
is.
Initiated. Do not
Tried to
Sorry, that's
bully
not
her,
actually
and,
funny,
was
but
dead.
it kind of is.
connection. We only got
Yeah.
one shot at this.
Yeah, this guy is like the most fucking ugly man ever to exist. He's worse than Tyler. Look at him. He's like comically ugly. He's disgusting.
I didn't say he's worse than me, but like, that's not that. The most ugliest motherfucker ever is even worse than Tom. Like, you can't do that.
Strangulation at 50%.
Come and get me, you disgusting
Fucking
Yep, that's Tom.
Yeah. I probably said it because I bet you don't believe me that he's worse than Tyler, but trust me.
Yes, I do. Tyler's a good-looking bloke.
You're gonna stalk him. He's fucking dead. How are you gonna stalk him?
Strangulation at
die as well, right?
75%.
That'd be right.
Oh yeah, died as well.
I think I am a solid 3.5 to 4.
Agreed.
What?
Alright.
Tyler's not really.
I think if
fat,
I got
so
fit, I could get to 4. Like if I actually worked out, I
If you
think
got fit.
But
sorted
here's the
out
thing
your
though about
fucking
men.
jaw, you could probably be a 5 or 6.
it's once again not my jaw that's fucked.
He's in it.
So I'm not sure how much it would. No, it's the top teeth. They didn't grow out right.
Which isn't part of your jaw.
Well, yeah,
No.
fix your teeth then, because teeth is going to make a difference to your facial structure and you'll look better.
Yeah, but I can't be asked anymore. I'm not going through like months of surgery for some
Months of
cosmetic shit.
surgery.
It would be. It would be
It'd be
literally.
worth it. It would genuinely be worth it.
No, it wouldn't.
Fuck off!
To the drop pod.
Like no, it just ain't. That's just retarded.
No, but it maybe not now, but like it will be.
Oh right. So when I've got nothing better with my life, too much money, then I guess maybe I'll get around to it. But as long
No,
as I
but-
have any other priorities or any dignity in
Men-
who I am
men
as a
look- men
person,
look
I
better
don't
as
need
they
to
get
do it.
older.
That's
Then I
sometimes
don't need
true.
to do it then, do I? Because I'll get more attractive, so it works out.
Yeah, but then it means that you'll get exponentially more attractive, and then in like when you're about 30, you could probably be like a 7.
Yeah, but the thing is, Thomas, I don't give a fuck. Like, it doesn't matter. Because you can be a 7 and what?
And still bitchless.
Congrats, you're 50 and you're like slightly attractive, right? congratulations.
Supplies are on the way.
And if I've got to go through, like, which, I mean, when I was young, if the surgery actually occurred when I was young, it would have only taken like half a year. I would have not been able to eat like anything other than soup for like a month, and then still like soft food for like another half a year.
Who?
Trees and hostiles.
Who?
But
do you-
now
why-
when I'm an adult,
yeah.
I'm gonna heal quick, like heal slower.
Yeah.
It will take like an entire fucking year.
Wait, stop being so.
Why?
Man.
So mean.
There's a fucking brood nexus somewhere. What?
Fuel cells at 50%.
Ever since you had to shoot tails or sting tails, you're a smart man, Revan. I think that's the main thing that's missing from its design, actually. It's all about, it's designed in a way where it's fine with
That's the main thing
tanky.
that's missing from this game as a whole, I would say. Like, this game could have benefited from disassembling mechanics, right? And I know people have like posited it now, but it's too late. It's just simply not how this game's work. Which is why it would have been cool if they added like an enemy that is actually like.
Well, that's what I mean. It should come in the
vulnerable to
form
that
of new enemies. You can have it. It's like, you know, what would you add it to? How granular would you get it? You wouldn't want it.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
think
you
you should
wouldn't
have it
need
so you
it.
can shoot a grunt's mouth off or something. Is that what you're getting at?
Well, you wouldn't be able to do that because how can you shoot a mouth off? But you would be able to shoot their legs off and it would slow them down, stuff like that, right? But it's too late for that kind of shit. And they probably weren't actually
It's not
skilled
too
enough
late.
back then.
It's just that
to
it would be such a large task that it's probably not really.
Well, yeah,
feasible or
'cause you would
worth
need
it.
to
That's
add
Tom.
it.
That is
for every single
Tom.
enemy.
That's what makes it too late.
Fuel cells fully charged. Drop pod engine powering up.
I mean, they could implement it slowly.
Ready to pull you and the goods out.
So I don't think
Well,
it would
they
benefit
could
most
have maybe
of the enemies,
starting with the
really.
sting tail, but they
Yeah.
clearly don't feel like there's a need for that.
So that would be like a really cool thing to do.
Cooling up.
It just-
it's already
it feels
nice
like-
when they
it-
they take
it's-
armor off. Like that's really
Yeah.
nice as a thing. But
Which I
it'd
think
be
is-
so much
is
cooler
there,
if you
like-
could then like
Is there like
target more
placating
stuff.
version of that? Like, is there like you know, there is dissembling because it feels like you should be able to in a game like this. Like ultimately, when enemies are this simply designed and this like done right, you could so easily just take them apart. Like
Yeah,
if you
but I
made
mean,
a
it's
model
so-
of them that is so disassemblable.
Yeah, they already
Like-
are disassemblable with their armor. Like they can
Yeah.
quite easily be. All of the frames are blocky and the frames are all like the same sort of shit, aren't they?
Radiation shield.
Yeah, it would be very easy to take them apart. And which why it feels like design-wise they should be able to, but ultimately you can't. So
Yo, shut your annoying fucking bitch, haggis up.
Your shifts. I don't know how I would know what they are.
That's so mean. Sorry, Kim.
What?
it's fine if you bully her. You're fated to get really medically obese and then die.
I'm not sure
Yeah,
about
you better watch
dismemberment.
out.
Is it too late? It's just that how many enemies would benefit from a dismemberment system. Yeah, as
Yeah,
in it could
they
be a cool
definitely-
system
I
from
think
the
they can implement
start,
it,
but
like,
I don't
slashers,
think.
guards.
With or without you.
Well, shooting like slashers, like talons off.
Enemies that have specific parts of them that are important,
Yeah, I think that could be done.
Yeah.
basically. Those ones
Like,
it should be implemented
taking
to
them
some
out
low
without
level.
killing them.
Yeah,
But
like
it-
a
like,
slasher,
you don't-
you take out, you want
Yeah.
to shoot their arms, and you could like,
But
if you
realistically,
shoot their arms a bunch, it will lower their effectiveness, and then
Yeah.
they'll fall off.
but I think you've definitely got to see the point here in that how much would you be able to shoot those arms to knock them off, right? And would it be easier to just shoot it in the face and
It
kill
would
it?
basically
Because
be.
it probably would be, right?
It could almost be.
No, but
It could almost be
it
not
could
a
be
bad
stuff like
idea for it to be
area
a
effect
new
things.
type of like damage or something that gets put in certain upgrades or overclocks, or it's like I don't know what you would call it. It could actually be tied to pierce damage. Actually, you could tie it to something that
It would,
exists,
it
but
would
not
also
have
bring
it.
a whole new level of like class though as well, like opportunity of build, where you could have stuff that specializes in body part removal.
This box is pretty packed today. Oh, goodness.
Well, I would argue that, and it's obviously not body part removal, but as far as disabling without killing goes, cryo is essentially already that. I don't know. It just
Yeah, but you could have it on characters that that wouldn't necessarily be like. You wouldn't necessarily always be your primary way of killing them, or even your primary way of killing them ever. It'd just be that you'd be shooting them, and you wouldn't be hitting them in the head because maybe they're blocking it with their arms or whatever, and then their arms are going to become less effective because of it. So at least you get something from it. And
I
it
guess
just
a lot of
it would add a nice depth to the game.
Because a lot of it is constructed. A lot of it's
more
constructed
real.
in a way to like make it so that doing those things are basically kill them anyway. I think Spreader's a good example actually. Take Spreader and Praetorian and Warden for example. It seems like it all comes from the weak point. Like the Warden's whatever the fuck it's doing, it's fucking magic, comes from the weak point. So much like Praetorian is keeping all of its toxic shit inside its ass, which is its weak point. Same with the Spreader. Destroying that kills them basically. So there's no need for you to
Yeah,
deactivate
but you could always
them.
like shoot the big one's legs or whatever and to then slow them down. Like that would even just be a decent way of doing it. That would be, I think, a whole lot simpler. Just they shoot your legs a bunch, or you shoot their arms a bunch.
Also, I
or
don't
you
think
shoot
they
their
would
arms,
want
which is
you.
their attack,
Hold on,
and
because
then their attacks are slower.
that's
or
too
less
simple though.
effective.
That's too simple. I don't think they would want you to be able to slow things down without having slow down effects. I think.
And ultimately, I think there's enough slowdown effects in the game anyway, right? The amount of weapons that have fear or stun or, you know, any of the other ones is all of them. I think every gun has access to at least one way of slowing enemies down or, like, fucking them up. Like, ultimately, I think, yeah, you could half-ass the design in that you shoot their arm, they have, like, a damage debuff. You shoot their legs, they have a speed debuff, right? You shoot their face, they have an accuracy debuff. Like, they can fucking miss you, right? Like, some bullshit like that. But ultimately, that's not changed the fact that they look like you would be able to actually remove those body parts. Like, I think that's the main thing. Like, genuinely, I think it would have been preferable if you kill their arms, but it doesn't really do anything, right? Like, they can still attack you and do just as much damage, but it would just look like they've been disassembled, right? I think it would have worked. I mean, literally, like, over here, Harry, the fucking arm is just torn off here, isn't it? They have the fucking arms just chilling there in this file. And like, they would just come flying off while you're fighting a horde and stuff. And
Very nice.
instead of like having them having less armor, they'd have like only a couple limbs.
Also, we got that with the prospector. It's done
ultimately,
deliberately in certain enemy. Like the prospector has weak points that you destroy, and it actually gets slower. So, but it's like that stuff exists.
Yeah,
It's
they
just
really
not
added it
done
for like
with
rivals
everything.
for some reason. Believe them, like the Nemesis. Although once again though, with the Nemesis, they didn't go hard enough. You should have been able to kill those arms, right? Like, I don't know. It's just, it seems to be like a part of game design that they
I feel
don't
like it
seem
seems
to
quite a
value.
natural thing to want from like zombies, even like when you turn them into like it is
Crawlers.
similar in that way because it is co-op against AI and you train them a lot, and then like
Yeah.
it feels like you just want to be able to, you know, zombies. You got one left and you use the strategy of disabling one of them to keep the round going.
But zombies is
they're
just
just-
zombies though. That's the only enemy type really. For, like the majority of the time, it's the only enemy type in zombies is just the zombies, and they're proportionally stronger than grunts. I would say from the start, even compared to a Hazard 5 grunt.
Yeah,
And the Hazard 5
I
grunts
feel
are
like
just,
could
they're
use
nothing
that
still.
sort of
They're just
mentality,
tissue paper.
You know, like you could disable them or change the way they are to benefit you in some way. And the only way I'm thinking of off the bat is the obvious one of
Yeah,
just,
but this is a better mechanic in games when
reduce
you
their
don't have.
effectiveness.
It's almost a better mechanic in
could have
games
it
where
to
you don't have
actually give you
upgrades
stuff.
though.
or to use them or something like that.
It's almost a better mechanic in the game where you are like a flat power level the whole time. But in Deep Rock, obviously you flatten out eventually, but only because we have all the options available to us, including loads of different slowdown and crowd control effects that sort of perform this function. It's better in games where you are like just a static character playing through something else, playing through like a story mode or something, where this stuff makes more sense. Or like zombies, where you can get stronger weapons and stuff, but you don't really get particularly stronger overall, or at least not outside of the matches themselves.
Yeah.
This is sort of we already have these mechanics in some examples of enemies anyway. For the most part, like you shouldn't be able to slow down a grunt by shooting their leg off because grunts are just so goddamn weak in the first place. They're not meant. You don't deal with them in that way. You just kill them.
Yeah. Well, maybe at least then, like, just ignoring. I still think it's something could be done for the smaller enemies. Maybe just cosmetic, like Tyler was saying. That would still be really cool, and I'd be happy with
If
that.
they get like more bits shot
But,
off
like,
of them, like literally
on
holes
larger
through them
enemies,
and stuff, that'd
it
be
would
pretty
add
cool.
another levels to their fighting if you could disable them.
Well, they're
Yeah,
the ones
well,
that slow
it's
down
just
effects are more
the
valuable
example-
against, though, aren't they?
Well,
Yeah,
the
exactly. But now you
examples
could do it in
of
another way.
The ones
And
that
it might
people
not be
want
very
on is, like,
effective until you actually make a build for doing damage. Like the projectile size or velocity could affect it.
I just don't think they want you to be able to disable bigger enemies without using things that specifically do that. I don't think they like. I don't think they want you to do that with any weapon.
There has never been a specific good enemy that disabling them made much sense, right? Where disabling them would be easier than killing them. Essentially, I think the only one
I mean,
can think of
stun
is
locking
like,
Praetorians is a thing, but
well, first of all, actually, there is technically an example of this thing being the thing. The goo bomber does get disabled if you destroy the weak points. So they were, I guess, playing around with it early on. But like,
it's
not
just, like,
many enemies.
No.
It will benefit you to turn them off in a certain way, right? Like, it's just not really a thing until the Stingtail, because normally all the other enemies you could kill before they really become an issue, or killing them essentially was the quickest,
the
easiest
Stingtail is
solution.
quite difficult.
But
to
the
just kill,
Stingtail
isn't it?
is very difficult to kill. Like in the amount of time that you would need to, but ultimately its tail feels like it's very easy to hit, right? So it's got the main threatening part is right there, easy to hit, but you
And
can't do anything about
normally
it.
that would be the weak point for most enemies.
It's also not. Yeah,
And it's
also
fine
not
that
a
they've
weak
done
point.
that, but they do need to think of solutions which. I mean, the Stingtail is the entire reason why this conversation has sparked up, is that we were
Yeah.
just thinking of possible solutions to. It's very unbalanced.
I mean, I think there is potential for there is still potential for this in the pre-existing enemies anyway. Like almost for like shellbacks, they probably shouldn't be able to roll as well if they don't have their armor, right? Because that's almost like
Yeah,
treads.
probably.
Their armor's almost like treads. I feel like they would be worse at it without their armor, or even not be able to roll at all because they just can't.
Or maybe they just get damaged while they roll because they've lost their health hide.
Yeah.
So you could actually just strip all the armor off, and then it will kill itself over time.
Doesn't bulk detonators do they actually release less balls when you shoot the balls, when you pop the balls? Or is that not a thing?
I ain't got all day.
I really don't think so. I think that's just something we just thought would make sense.
Yeah, so I think they actually have done it in a couple of examples where it makes sense, but not all of them. Stingtail's the main offender though. But you can't have this on every enemy. It almost doesn't suit. Having that as a base mechanic does not suit a game with like a lot of enemies, because then if they all share that thing, they suddenly become a lot more homogenized basically. Suddenly
We're all gonna die.
everything becomes more similar to each other than it should be. It'd be difficult to do anyway, considering you could not. I mean, something I do kind of believe in still, though, is like shooting the wings off Macteras and things like that. I still like that idea.
I think maybe disassembling might be too far. But interrupting if getting shot in a certain place might be something. Like
That would be really.
What would
Like
essentially be a
inherent
stun,
stuns.
that would
Yeah,
be
stuns.
amazing.
They have stun points basically.
That is definitely
Yeah.
something they should do.
like a countering mechanic essentially.
Yeah,
You need
well,
help.
with how many, like, because we have often complained about like the absolute devastating abilities of some of the enemies, like slashers, acid spitters, the new stingers and stuff. Like, they are just so problematic due to their immense. That you could then actually counter them, and that would balance everything way better if you could just shoot the right part, and that would disable it for like 5 seconds maybe.
Yeah,
Not the
and
whole
obviously
enemy, but just
the
stop
main
it from
example of
doing
this
that attack, or in a reduced
is-
capacity.
is when the Stingtail is throwing its tail at you, you can shoot the tail before it reaches you. It like snaps it back and it's like it stops it essentially.
Yeah.
And then maybe it like
Or like you
it
can see
screams
it,
in agony or something.
you'll shoot it to save your teammate or something. Like then it actually counters some of those
Well,
really
it'd be a
pain
lot
in the ass
harder for you to do
problematic
that, though.
enemies.
Because
Yeah,
if
like, it's not
coming
gonna be
directly
easy to
towards
shoot
you,
it.
It's going to be quite easy.
Try
If you
talking.
are there, know where it is, and can turn to it
Send a
and shoot.
contact,
Yeah.
please.
Because
Maybe
there's
the
no,
teammate
there's
would
no
be
level of
first.
skill can deal with those enemies, those problematic enemies.
You need
Like, you
cryo,
can be the best
essentially.
player in
It's
the
the only
world,
way.
and you can still deal with it. You still can't deal with
The
it.
only way to not get fucked over by the first grabbing of a Stingtail is to have cryo.
Yeah.
Anything else, and you essentially won't be able to kill it in time.
Bearing in mind,
I think
after
I'm
that
not
point,
even-
you
I
still
think
need
even
to
a
be
fat
very
boy, you'll
fucking
probably not
good
work.
at the game to be able to avoid it afterwards. It's not easy, is it?
What, Revan, you're saying Stingtails can
yeah.
grab grenades? I'm not sure if that's true.
You can grab blurs.
I don't think they can. I've seen them try and do it and it didn't work.
Well, they tried to do it.
Yeah, he tried, so just they should, obviously, but... Honestly, because it would be
The
so
lures
cool if they
still
could.
work.
Because that's an, honestly, I don't see it really often at all. Maybe because I don't really use lures, but the fact that Bacteria Grampus can pick them up. Like, and same with the Nemesis.
Nemesis.
Like, the
that.
Stingtail should actually be able to throw the lure around, because that's just cool. And that would change the dynamic a little bit. That would actually be useful, genuinely. Because it would probably help
That
the
would-
lure
that would-
stay alive.
From the impact
Help lures.
Yeah.
Yeah, the enemy
But I
should
think
then run over
yeah,
to it as well.
we're onto something with the that
The counter mechanic.
the counter mechanics.
Well, yeah, because like we
it-
like the Stingtail, but this is the one thing that we agree that it's missing, and it's also it would help that a lot of people who don't like it as well.
Yeah, it's really good, but it's kind of a bit
It increases the skill cap of the game as well.
strong. Yeah, that's
You're
that's
someone
what's,
that's
that's what's
quick
so
on
good about it.
reactions and quick on good on accuracy.
You're my new
The game will actually reward that greatly by making some enemies that even with those things are an issue.
Yeah,
just
while for the
become
people
not that.
who are worse, it doesn't change anything. The enemy is still just
Yeah.
as what it was now, which is always good because then it means that people who like are more knowledgeable or are better
there
at the
are-
game are rewarded for their skills.
There are very slight elements of that mechanic, with the spitball of projectile being destroyable. Not like that, vaguely like that, right? And if you're quick enough, if you're sharp enough, you can hit and destroy the spitball of projectile. The only issue is not everything can, and it's really annoying for some things.
You know what's something I think should definitely be a thing, because I can't remember exactly. There's a really good example of this, and I can't quite remember what it is though. Oh, I think it might be the Caco Demons from Doom, so you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But basically, if you manage to throw a grenade, because obviously the Brood Nexus has weak points, it has destructible ones, but they don't really do anything. I think you should be able to throw grenades inside it. If you can get it in the mouth, and that would insta kill it, and probably kill all of the things inside it too at the same time. That's just
I
an
think
example.
that's maybe a different issue, because I think those, the Brood Nexus and the spitball are needed for doing anyway. Although they don't want to do that anymore, doesn't matter, they still should.
Yeah,
It's dumb.
I think the spitball is alright because of its weak
It
points.
just needs a redesign.
Yeah, Spitballer mainly needs a redesign.
Yeah,
I would
the
really
Brood
love it
Nexus
to be.
is just kind of a massive bullet sponge. It's kind of annoying.
Well, I'm still a big fan of Spitballer actually being retconned into being a call-up enemy. Honestly,
Yeah, remodeled to look more like a call-up.
then it's suddenly
Like a big
actually
one.
the part of that instead of just being its own random thing that doesn't, not that there aren't things that don't make sense, but I feel like that would still be a good thing to change, maybe. Otherwise, I wouldn't really see the point in redesigning it either, actually, unless you're going to do something like that, in my opinion.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah.
Well,
So
obviously,
we need to get some devs to listen to. We'll just call up all the
Well,
devs.
I know I'm gonna maybe actually try a little bit, and I'm gonna obviously I'm not recording this to stream, but I might actually try and capture this conversation, and then I can actually be more precise as well.
Summarise it at the beginning of what the problem is that there are problematic enemies that you can't deal with often, just because of circumstances, and that's not really the way. Nobody likes in a game where something goes wrong and you die and there's nothing you could have done about it.
The wave is approaching now.
That's not fun.
arguably
No one
cave
thinks
leeches
that's
are also
what's
quite
fun.
like it.
But you can use
You need to
heightened
catch
senses.
a cave leech. Yeah, that's the thing, but not like I didn't mean actually like that. I meant like the other thing. Cave leech, you need to catch it quick enough. You need to counter it before it hits you. But
Yeah, like they're
it's
really
pretty-
slow,
it-
really at grabbing, and they're not that quick at doing it. They're actually
Yeah.
locking onto
And
you.
if
they're
they
not
take
that
any
accurate.
damage, don't they back off? Or at least they're not.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. So that's why they're not that bad. And obviously there's a perk to deal with them, and if you have multiple teammates, it's kind of alright. but they have a counter, so it's okay. But the Stinger is the biggest example of that, where it doesn't have a way to deal with it by skill. It's just luck.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And so you can just be like playing the game, get grabbed, there's nothing you've done about it because you couldn't see it, and now you're dead because you're in the middle of a horde.
Mm.
And that's not,
right
that's
now,
not what's fun in a game.
Yeah. I mean, there is a certain amount of people that are just like skill different. Like genuinely, like they're like the spitter or Stinger rather. It is not hard to deal with. You guys are just all terrible. And I think there is an element to that. Like, I think if you entirely focus on it, you can outskill it, essentially. Like, I think you basically, when you hear the noise, like, stand still, or, like, just, like, radically change path, or something like that, because it is predicting where you're heading to. And it's like, people that
Yeah, what about people
the
that
fact
are
you
talking
can
with
do
their
that.
friends and not got their audio on max fucking volume?
Yeah.
Hold on, isn't it like
if you don't know where it is,
everything
you don't know
else?
which way is like the other way, essentially. If it's directly above you, it doesn't really give a
Well,
shit.
the thing
right?
is,
It's gonna grab...
it could be like the grabber effect, where like obviously you could still have your audio too quiet, but the grabber is pitched, so it's no matter where it is, it's always louder than everything else in game. Like a deliberate decision.
Yeah, they could do that. So it's the noises is obviously here, like you can hear it, and actually make it so that's a thing that if you did a certain thing or like jumped or whatever, I don't know. But or if you turned around and shot it in time to disable it when you hear that noise.
But it
noise.
would feel so good if power
Quickly
attacking
react
the
and deal
tail
with the situation.
when it's coming towards you, destroy the tail.
It would still pose a threat then, wouldn't it? You'd still have to stop what you're doing, drop it, and try and solve that problem before you then go back to facing the horde, which is still gonna be dancing around a horde while you're trying to deal with this, like, dodge and jump and shoot the other guy, shoot this thinger. It's still gonna pose a unique threat, and if you don't do it, it's obviously going to be catastrophic still.
Catastrophic.
Remember, I don't know what you're talking about. The grabber will always make a sound though when it's about to come and get you. It is silent most of the time, that's true, but it still communicates when it's coming.
Yeah. Because it flies around all the time, but then you hear the noise and like, oh, it's going to grab someone, might be me.
When it matters,
around.
it plays a sound. Like it doesn't. It's like if a grabber isn't trying to grab, what does it matter if it's making a sound or not?
I could use your drilling skills.
Yeah, well, I wasn't eating biscuits because I got really hungry all of a sudden. Then I grabbed a drink, and now I have a cat who doesn't like
How's
when
Rupert
I'm
doing,
not petting
Harry?
him with both hands.
We haven't seen Rupert since last night.
He's perished. Rupert's perished. He's been consumed by Nelly.
Yeah.
How bad would you all feel if like, there was a post that appeared and that there was like an orange cat found?
Yeah.
How traumatized do you think you'd all?
Alright, well I know I'm
as a
going to end the
whole
video now.
feel?
I'm gonna... It's good. It's good. We feel, that would be nice. That would be less than ideal. Is it the implication there that Nelly killed it?
No, the implication is that it died just by being outside, and it could have been inside.
Yeah, that would be pretty fucking awful.
Got stabbed by a screwdriver 14 times.
Oh, nuts.
His legs tied up with duct tape,
No,
then
nuts.
fucking shot.
Yeah.
That one's a different occasion, but it has occurred.
Just accidentally, just like
I'm glad I don't know anyone who did that.
tied up a cat by its legs
Accidentally.
with duct tape and then stabbed it multiple times with a screwdriver. Just, slipped and fell and accidentally did that to it.
Slipped and fell.
Slipped and fell and accidentally tied
It's
up
like
a
the
cat.
story of the guy sitting
think
in the
the wild
toilet
thing is
with an
that-
erection,
I think
and then
something
a
we
woman
never
bursts
really-
into the bathroom and sit like in a rush and sits on the toilet. He actually sits on his dick and he comes and then gets her pregnant.
Yeah.
You know that story?
The guy's like, well, so I was cleaning my toilet, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to the toilet, and then what happened is the floor was wet, and I slipped over on the bathroom floor, and the toilet brush was vertically facing up, and slipped over, and the toilet brush just slipped and went right up my arse.
I was making a dinner with a raw chicken, and I was doing it naked because that's what I do in my kitchen. Yeah. And I accidentally dropped the chicken, and it rubbed against my penis.
It
Is
hit
that
my penis
bad?
on the way down.
Yeah. My penis is
Inflamed.
sore really recently. What happened? You fucked that chicken, didn't you?
Fucked it. Yes, you did.
You
did. It's one of the
You'd have thought
greatest
if
green
they're able to do something like that, they could at least admit that they've done it.
We need these.
No, it's like that guy with the
because
cylinder.
people that do that kind of thing, they do it in like the heat of the moment on their own, right? They're like,
Heat at the moment, the chicken was really looking at them, and they're just
yeah. Well, he was sitting there at home like raw chicken, horny, raw chicken, horny, and then he made the mistake. Then he made the foolish act.
Go with the flow.
It's not my fault, Harry. At least one of my hands is fucking petting the cat at any given moment.
This is just a testament to the strength of electric reload.
Getting more ammo.
Scanner shows the wave is thinning out.
Not that it needs it.
Well, I thought a moment earlier, I thought this could be better in this like massive horde situation, and I realised, hold on, it's doing fine, and this is actually not a single player amount of enemies. So
Do a 360.
maybe I shouldn't touch it too harshly.
Don't judge it too harsh.
I like the electric reload before it was cool.
When is it cool? I don't think it still is, right? I don't think people think electric reload's cool.
Well, they're stupid.
No one thinks it's cool.
It is cool though.
Fuck off, it's cool.
Time to
How is it
grind.
not?
It's not cool at all.
What's wrong with it? What are you talking
pretty
about?
annoying because you spend so much like effort trying to get everything electrocuted and like constantly like running around so they don't kill
They
you.
slowly
and
die.
And then like someone just like gunner comes along and just mows them all down, and you're like, oh shit.
By no means cool. Have you got better detonators?
No,
What are you using?
old school
Can't move.
compact mags.
Not ready. There's recharging.
That was cool.
Pretty shoddy build then, really, isn't it?
Custom casings.
Let's be friends.
Maybe.
The issue is, Harry, is I can't use anything more than one hand on my controller, or I'll be attacked.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
I just need to lull him into a sleep.
I just don't know how it happens. It's like Nelly can't stop me from gaming.
Well, he doesn't attack me. He just keeps rubbing his head against my hands constantly.
Yeah, no,
pretty hard.
I just pick her up and place her on the floor.
Yeah, but why would I do that when I want to pet him?
I don't. She doesn't deserve that many pets.
The more kind must flow.
Yeah.
If she
I
deserved it, then
think
she should have
deserve
been nice to Rupert. But she wasn't.
Poor Rupert.
Yeah,
Can't carry anymore.
Rupert didn't understand what's going on at all. Like earlier in the evening, before he got back in,
This is hard work.
Nelly had come downstairs by that point, and she was at like the door, and Rupert was in our back garden, and she could see him, and she was like screaming at him from. But he just didn't even see her. He didn't know what was going on at all. He was just completely oblivious.
Poor Rupert, man.
Yeah, I think Rupert's probably fairly innocent. in
I think you should
situation.
switch, right?
No.
I think that's the reasonable shout.
Yeah.
Like, Nelly's the one with the issue here. Like, get fucking rid of her, and get the cool little rad orange cat.
Joseph, for some reason, just kept saying that it's like it's such a fucking cool cat. I don't know why I kept saying that. It's like it's awesome. I love him.
Seemed like a real
He was like running
gentleman.
around the living room and like jumping on stuff and like. But he
No,
didn't
but like
knock anything
seriously
over.
though, like having a cat be that warm to somewhere that quickly, that shit is either like he is just built like that and he's like an incredibly like thingy cat, or it's just kind of how that works.
Or he's conniving. And he just doesn't want a place
Yeah,
to stay.
maybe he's got some sort of plot. Maybe he's sent by the CIA.
Because
Any
it's
woman that
literally
talks
it's like
to you is an agent of the CIA. Block all contact with them immediately.
The liquid morkite is being extracted.
No woman wants to talk to you. That's what
Working
he's-
at full capacity.
no, there is a woman that wants to talk to me apparently. This is a segue. I got a message. Normally I get like a bunch of messages on Discord. That are just like a bunch of scam bots.
Don't talk to
right?
Discord women.
Extracting the liquid morkite.
I wouldn't. I just responded, and that's about as far as it's gone. They are a she/her, which you know.
Wow.
Pronouns. That's why I brought it up because yeah. Furry artist is Shrimpville, and I mutual them on the Deep Rock server, so I know where they found me.
The liquid morkite is being extracted.
And they said hey, oh I say hey, let's say they, she, her, makes sense,
And maintain the equipment.
was like hey Crescent,
What?
they fucked up because you get the point. And I saw that on my how do I do this? So I just put morning, and that's as far as I left it.
Morning. That's
The
awesome.
lady.
But he wasn't morning for her anyway. That's awesome. That's badass.
Probably not, but it was for me, so I thought, oh fuck it. And yeah, I mean, I checked the plate and I didn't see anything. I was just on my laptop.
He doesn't know what the morning is. Just like talking about.
So yeah, I have no idea what's about to go down.
Nothing. You're going to
Ideally.
block contact with her immediately. She's sent by the CIA.
She's probably like underage to her anyway.
This pipeline is fixed.
I mean,
Well, he's a YouTuber, so
In order for the
Yeah.
refinery to run.
I'm not a Minecraft YouTuber though. There's a difference.
well, you know, it's got to start somewhere. Equal YouTubers.
Most people
Give them a
start
bad
on
image.
Minecraft, I think. Yeah. Oh right, yeah. Starting trend.
I mean, we already are like you know that the equal
The
YouTubers.
trendsetters.
Flares recharging.
Yeah, we're trendy folk. But yeah,
Horn ready.
that odd. Yeah. But I it's the first real person, so I'm quite interested in where that's gonna go. Because I don't see why you would reach out to someone if you don't want something, right? There's no reason to,
Yeah,
right?
she's probably gonna end up asking
So-
for money.
Collaboration.
I'm wondering, yeah, what they could what she could want.
A sex
It's just
tape.
because they're a furry. I have a firm.
Hold
idea in
on,
my
wait,
head
no,
that she's
no.
probably-
Don't say that. I want to point out. No. She's not inherently a furry. Just because she's a furry artist. No, actually
No,
not.
her profile picture is furry/artist.
Oh. Oh dear.
Like,
Get out of
and-
there now.
and they have well, an animal is their profile picture, but not like an actual one, but like, you know what I mean? Probably her own art of herself as a furry. But the way I see things, I doubt. I don't know. Just, what it is, it was a weird way to start the day. That's all I'll say.
Shit. I gotta get out of here. So you should be thinking right now.
Reaches out. Well, I guess furries are the type of people that would just reach out to someone for the fun of it, because they're all quite sociable, which doesn't
weirdly
make much sense.
enough, yeah. Well, you know, it's like as long as it's like anonymous, or like you know they can't, you know, like online or in fursuits.
Can't smell
Well,
it.
they
smell
fuck
them.
each other like immediately when I realised like a furry con, right?
What do they?
I mean, well, there was like a furry, no, not a, like 2 furry cons, which basically were the foundations of why everyone hates furries. Like everyone didn't like furries, but they were becoming more normalized. And then they did a furry con, where basically they got banned out of every single place that hosts in like the entire like top left of America, and like even like the Canada bit that was on there, because literally they basically like the entire place was covered in shit, cum,
What?
everything. There were orgies like happening everywhere. There was like adult-sized diapers everywhere, like little shit like that. I think Internet Historian covered it both.
Yeah, he did. That's all.
Yeah.
It's amazingly awful.
You fixed the problem.
Internet Historian's funny.
Smoothly again.
He's very good. Yeah.
It's supposed to be funny.
Sequence at 75%. The cargo rocket
What?
is almost full.
You know who we're talking about, Harry?
Yeah, I haven't watched any of it. I just wouldn't imagine he's supposed to be funny.
Lock and load, team.
He's
Swarm
very
incoming.
funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also very educational.
Yeah, about things that don't
it was-
matter.
Yeah. He just
How
tells
unfamiliar.
It's
stories.
the internet.
Yeah, like
the
and he tells
Concordia.
yeah. He did one recently about like a guy that went caving, and it was like an hour of the most stressful shit I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
Like, just a guy that just went underground and got stuck there for like a month, and like the rescue attempts for him. It's like, oh, cool,
Yeah.
cool. And my chest literally was just.
does just do that. He does story time now.
Yeah, it's
Interesting
just
story
like
that he likes. That he used to do them exclusively about sort of internet topics.
goofy stuff, and they used to be a lot shorter as well. But
Yeah, but now they're like 4 hour long, like 3-part like things. Like 3 parts, each an hour long. Like the timeline and everything, but it's also in a comical way as well. Often quite dry humour though.
Conical bullet.
yeah. Plus, he's got another channel. I don't know who's seen it, Tom.
Cargo
I
rocket
think
is returning to orbit.
it's incognito mode. I think it's called.
To get you out.
Where it's
Yeah.
that's essentially what he does when he isn't doing those other things because they're such huge stuff. That is quite funny. Like that's just essentially only funny. Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't even have like a purpose. Yeah, I've seen that. He just does some
It's just
whatever
him
stupid
talking
shit.
to a friend about a subject.
Yeah. But they both work quite well together.
You
and
know
they're
what?
both really
You know
funny.
what I reckon? I reckon people who hate the Hobbit movies are the same people that hate the Boomerang.
That was a very sharp change of the topic there, Harry.
3 minutes.
It's because Harry
I'll
didn't know
give
anything
you
about this
I'll give
topic,
you
so he
like
had to move
a
on so
better
we could talk about it.
example. Speaking of segues,
It's going to be about a segue, something else. An actual segue.
Extraction commencing. Good work.
no,
I thought your segue before was kind of shit because you then afterwards said that that was a segue when you didn't need to because it was fairly obvious that it was.
Speaking of segues, anyone read any good books recently?
You suck.
You suck. Yeah,
start.
you suck.
Oh, suck. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Oh, the cat's run away.
You thought that was the name of a book?
Wait, no, I thought you said stuck. That I'm stuck in like a rut or some bollocks. Yeah.
No.
I'll stick you in a rut.
Stick you in your
Thomas,
butt.
that will tear me out.
Oh.
Don't bully me, I'll
My.
come.
Oh shit, we were doing my gunner promotions?
Yeah. Lucky you.
This looks
Oh, I went to the
we're
garage
back.
where Lennon works today to ask about my bike parts, and I told him about that I passed my bike test when he failed his, and he didn't cry, which was annoying. He didn't break down into tears.
Was he annoyed?
No, he handled it very well. I could tell that he was really holding back.
You
Oh,
could
Jay, he
sense
was,
the
he was very
bloodlust.
civil. It was annoying.
Oh my god, I look terrible.
So it was as if people
Harry,
mature
did-
when they stop
How
hanging
many
out with
times
us.
did it take for you to pass your test?
Oh, I don't know actually. 3 or 4.
Oscar, 3 or 4?
Yeah.
Jesus. You know, actually, I passed
The
mine
third,
first try.
I think no, it was 4. It was the 4th one, but the 3rd one was really bullshit. Actually, it obviously sounds like, oh yeah, sure, but it was fucking stupid.
Yeah, sure.
It was still my fault. It was just very unlikely thing. It was just one thing, and it was very unlikely to happen. It was only because it was in the garbage day.
Did you hit a pedestrian?
No, it was only because it was the day that the garbage trucks were around.
Not that they are anymore. Fucking recycling hasn't been taken out in
Yeah,
like
I wish I
6
did
weeks.
it around. I wish I did it around now. I wish I did it. That would have been useful.
Yeah.
You're not getting your
Oh, they
recycling
did.
taken
Actually,
out.
they're out today. They're doing the normal bins, but they're not doing the recycling.
Well, yeah, we were on the. It was red this week, wasn't it? Like it's a paper.
It changes for each place, Tyler.
Is it?
Yeah. They don't do them all on the same day, because how the fuck would they manage that?
Multiple
One garbage
trucks.
truck.
Yeah, but how about
All of
Tyler,
South East England.
fuck off! What kind of fuck off? I don't think the fucking garbage truck is Santa Claus getting it all done in one day. But I did think that that it's the same schedule for everyone like, at the same time because well not the same time but same day because
No,
that
can't be
would
the
make
same
it
day,
easier on
can it?
everyone.
No,
No, it is the same day. We are the same day,
Each-
right? Wednesday mornings is when they tend to do it.
Selected, powering up
Yeah, but they
power.
probably alternate. Each like right. So there's literally a fucking like map of like each different area has its different bins being done at a certain time and day. Like because this Wednesday today
Apparently not.
they took our rubbish bins. Did they take your recycling today?
Maybe. I don't know.
They
They're
took
just
the black and
recycling.
red.
Black and red.
Yeah, they always do black and blue, black and red, and then black and blue, and black
Black
and red.
and gold. Black
weird.
and gold.
They don't do
Is
ours
it?
like that.
Why not?
No, they
It's
do
the
recycling
best
one
way of
day.
doing it.
Why isn't there a yellow one? That would
normal
look pretty
bins
good.
The other day.
I think yellow would look pretty cool.
With red and blue are recycling. Then black's
Yeah.
rubbish. And they do
Black
rubbish
and
one week
gold.
and then they do
Black and gold.
recycling the next week.
So wait, you have your normal black bins out, like, it's
wins.
still 1 week, right?
No, it's every 2 weeks we do rubbish.
Wow. Our one always gets filled up within the week.
That's amazing.
We'd
Yeah,
not
well, you
be
guys
able to
waste
do
a
it
lot.
into. That's rude.
It's true though.
I don't fucking mean waste a lot.
You bin a lot.
What are we not supposed to bin stuff?
Food.
What do you do with it?
Eat it.
Eat it.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
we eat as much as we can.
No, you don't.
Could you please
Let's
hurry up?
I've not
Leave it.
finished my dinner in a very long time.
Yeah, and then.
I can't say the same for
But
them.
for me and
I
my
don't-
dad,
I
every
don't think
single day we finish it.
I don't think Mitchell and Mum have ever actually finished a meal. Like
The only
cleaned it.
time I haven't finished the meal was in that
Crazy.
food challenge.
Yeah, which is really embarrassing, Todd. Bringing you out in the public and you not finishing off your meal. It's a real spit in the face of the chef.
Yeah.
It was. I was very ashamed about that.
Yeah, good. Should be.
It is something though that like, would you say that they were the best breakfast place in Kent? Would you say that that was deserved? Because
No,
the burger was mid, and the
it
chips
was.
were
It was
mid.
awful.
I mean,
In
maybe
comparison
slightly
to other
above.
breakfast. There's
Me, Captain
cafe
Takeaway.
at the motorcycle shop in
Just to bring them all back.
Canterbury, and they have a better
Green light.
breakfast.
Extract the quark from within
Damn.
the walls.
Canterbury and Kent.
Specialized heavy lifter. And
Yes,
expect
Canterbury.
heavy
Canterbury is
lift has been
Canterbury is the centre of Kent.
Keep focused. It's about to go.
Canterbury is the city of Kent.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
sound. Wait, sound.
How do I help you? Oh, you haven't been
It let
grabbed.
go of me. I did, and then it let go.
We've got 3 fucking contagion spikes.
Oh wow. Bigger fries to fish.
Pick a fries for fish. That's not how it goes.
Hey, did you know the
Yeah.
All right. Did you guess where I was going with that, or are you just being rude?
No, I had no idea.
Alright, I need to quickly do it just in case. Oh shit, that killed it. I'm pretty sure the pistols corrosion combo thing doesn't work on rivals.
No, it wouldn't. It's poison.
Alright, good.
I wouldn't have expected
Not
it.
good.
I wouldn't have
It's kind of
expected
bad.
I've been
And
impressed.
a new status effect that doesn't work against rivals. I didn't think they'd do that.
Well, no, the bolts don't, though. It's the same thing. Chemical bolts don't either. And they were introduced in season 2. Why would you do that? Same blistering necrosis. In the situation.
Well, they're not the same thing.
Same status effect. Technically.
Apparently.
Not really. A little bit. A little bit. I still genuinely find Snowing Space approach so hilarious, so I thought it was a good idea to take typical chamber because Rockbox enemies are covered in weaknesses. Oh.
Hey, why you did?
Why don't you shut the fuck up
Harry?
and save me?
Brother, the Brita. Brother, the box, Brita. A brock doctida.
Dave Leach!
What?
Dave Leach.
Dave Leach.
Dave Leach.
I have Iron Will. Do I have Vampire? No. Why would I?
I'm back and
Why would you?
brutal.
What's that?
East Cone. Sorry, I don't think I have enough time.
East Cone.
Oh well.
Holy shit, that was a lot of lava.
No worries.
I am very worried, Harry.
Better luck next time. Better luck sex time.
Better sex luck time.
Better luck suck time.
Yeah, do you want to get some kills?
I don't have the same amount of kills. 19. 6 credits. Nice.
21 performance points.
That was bad. 21? That's like
We
that
killed an Nemesis in relatively little time.
relative ease. Relative ease.
Ancestors.
It's almost like
Which,
you're wearing nothing at
I
all.
feel like Sludge Blast is probably the best thing against
Nothing
the
at all?
Nemesis.
Nothing at all.
I feel like that specific thing, Sludge Blast, like, is probably the best thing against the Nemesis.
Which act?
Like, I really can't picture
Get on board.
Okay.
anything else.
Okay.
Harry,
I heard you the first time.
Harry, do you also think that Sludge Blast is the best thing against a Nemesis?
No.
You're wrong. Tom, do you think the Sludge Blast is the best thing against a Nemesis?
No, I think the Sabata is.
Thomas, get in the corner.
That was a sick response, Thomas. I like that.
Go to the corner of the room, Thomas.
Go to the corner of the corner in the room. That was a bit weird. It changed
about
you
what
back
you
to your
did.
normal armor when you went into the season terminal.
You got to spend gold.
What
to
was
get
I-
Gold.
Oh,
Lots
right.
of gold for the
Mid-
crew. Now that is real music.
Modgoon.
Mudgoon.
Modgoon. Modgoon.
Goon.
Modgoon.
We love gooning.
The Gooner guys.
Why is the scroll bar getting smaller?
You get a lot of shit.
Every time I go and exit the forge, it resets the music playing on the jukebox.
Oh yeah, it does.
You boys better be better miners than you are dancers.
I don't feel like dancing.
Get on ready. We're about to leave.
Right, fuck off!
This is how sex works, isn't it?
Alright, I'm gonna scroll,
scroll
through
Twitter.
Reddit to try and find some content.
What? What are you talking
Uh,
about?
I don't know. Conversation starters. Do you want to know an example of a conversation starter?
PSA, you can sprint in this game.
God, is that someone actually genuinely did that?
Mm-hmm.
These seats could really need
Oh no, stupid
My friend made it through
moron.
36 hours of gameplay before finding out he could sprint. So it's about his friend.
Our scanners have picked up a massive deposit of
friend's
quark.
a
We're sending you
moron.
in alongside
Moron.
the lift to get as many out as possible.
Moron!
Picking up speed
You really
by
think we're gonna kill that? Hold on, let's see if they are separate status effects. No. See? I just shot a chemical bolt at it and it didn't add anything. What do we make of that? What the fuck are you
We
dead?
got the order. I was focused on one thing.
Oh, goodness gracious me, this is awful. Well, what the fuck? Hey, fellas. I think that should work.
Pause. I don't actually have Reddit up on my book. Healthy lifestyle.
Ah, yes. You are the picture of health.
The R/slash place thing this year round is really not all that, is it? Like, it's no one seems to give a shit.
I don't know anything.
About?
The thing I said.
What did you
I
say?
don't know what that is.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. R/slash place, Thomas.
No idea.
Exactly. It's a thing that Reddit does. I don't think actually Reddit did, but Reddit really pushes it now. Because it's like good for business, I guess.
Do be sure to keep contact with the
This is
infection to a
It's just a thing where people can like vote on a pixel, or they put their pixel down, and the more people that do it, the more. And it's just a thing. And last year, the Reddit really loved it, and this year they're barely doing anything on it. It's kind of odd. Can't tell if it's just because the atmosphere towards the place has changed, or it's just the community is not as.
Called Reddit, though, that could be easily true. People don't like Reddit as much as people. Oh no, I'm in danger. Mortal danger. Fear is upon me.
Companies still don't seem to understand the difficulty of people's interest in things.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, like just because they liked it last year doesn't mean that you're gonna have any interest again next year. Like,
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! I'm actually really
hey, can you stop
angry.
fucking dying all the time?
I've gone into.
Larva.
Oh,
What the fuck am I looking at?
Think dwarves die so easy.
nice.
I think I've gone into not being able to play mode.
What do you think
You're
you'll be
always
able
in
to
that
play?
mode.
No, not be able to play mode. I just mean I can't play the game for some reason. That's how bad it is for now.
Yeah, so what game do you want to play then?
What? Oh, this?
big one, team.
No, you can't play it. Pick another game.
Keep on Galactic 2.
Request received.
Sequel.
Cleansing pod
Keep
incoming.
on Galactic 1. Sequel.
Cleansing pod has arrived. Time to clean up.
While I was scrolling through this, I realised why I stopped looking on the Reddit. Because honestly, I'm just fucking sick of it. It's just a bunch of shitty memes, shitty gameplay, and shitty shit.
Awesome.
No.
What are you talking about? Oh my god! Where the hell did that go? Where did that go? On the floor. Mm.
Yeah, never mind. I don't care about this. This was a mistake.
I don't know why you bought them. I don't know what you're going to gain from that.
I don't know, Harry. I thought it would be interesting, but it wasn't. It was so fucking boring.
Interesting.
Yeah,
What would
I
be
thought it would
interesting?
be like full of people with weird, funny takes and interesting discussions, but no, it's just a bunch of fucking memes.
So boring.
Shitty fucking memes and gameplay of things we've all seen 100 times.
Yep.
But
And they're
this
like,
new
has
guy
anyone,
hasn't seen
has
it.
anyone
so it's
seen
like,
this? Has anyone ever tried this?
Yeah.
Does anyone know what this thing is? Does anyone know in this really popular game that's been around for 5 years? Does anyone know what this is?
Has anyone experienced this surface level thing that I just did? I don't, it's fucking.
I'd like to know if
fuck
anyone has experienced this before, because I'm not sure.
Anyone seen a Crassus before?
No, actually, none of us
What is
have.
what
What's
is
that?
this thing? What is this like giant thing that's come from the sky and looks like a meteorite? And when I ping it, it says meteorite, and it also says to call in rock
What
crackers.
do I do
And then
with
what
it?
are these rock cracker things that
Where-
have just
where
come
did-
from the sky?
where did they come
after I
from?
summoned rock crackers. What do I do with them? Just fucking kill yourself. Just fucking kill yourself. Fucking kill yourself.
They're all so stupid. So sad. There's no intuition whatsoever.
Down it goes.
Nice.
Fuck you. Fuck you and your mom.
Speaking of lack of intuition, I've been killed by a spitballer again.
I know you got your preparation.
What a surprise.
They're literally unstoppable.
You are literally Driller.
Next round is on me. Explosive spikes.
You just try and kill me.
Yes.
Alright then.
Had
Carry
it
on.
up to here.
Really?
Yes. I'm in a bad mood now.
Nobody told me life was gonna be this
Harry.
gay.
You're not. You won't like me when I'm in a bad mood.
No, I don't.
Carry anymore.
Well, yeah, I'm not. This is the last game that I am playing of Deep Rock Galactic. Maybe today, because I am pissed. Which means that I am up for debating on what game I am going to play next. And I say
Well,
I because it doesn't have to be we.
Wii bowling.
Because there's not many games that we have overlapping at the moment. As in, I'm not sure there is any. Other than Deep Rock, but Tom doesn't seem to want to play Deep Rock. Plus, I'm not sure he's here, so I'm not sure how valid this discussion is going to be.
I'm here.
Deploying litho bones.
Pikmin.
Not sure if you are truly alive, but now.
Monopoly.
Swarms upon you.
Cut off your legs. Got to cut off your legs.
Cut off your legs.
Cut off your legs.
Did you want to play Tectonica, Thomas? I don't know.
Yeah. I want to play it.
Is that a no?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did say
I
he wants to
fucking
play
hate
it
you so
after
fucking
that.
much.
But
Yeah, I fucking hate you so fucking much. Oh my god. I hate you and your dumb, stupid fucking face so fucking much. God, I'm so
Me?
thankful Xbox doesn't have like a face thing.
It used
Which
to.
really, I'm surprised, right? Did it?
yeah, Connect. It was a Connect
right,
thing. Yeah, it was really weird.
So really, in a not too distant awesome universe, we could all have like faces on like the side
When
of
the
our
Kinect
screens.
really took off and was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, people actually like liked it and used it. Unlike this universe where it definitely did not do that.
Pretty.
yeah, well, I got to finish
Big
what I'm doing,
failure.
but I'll be up to have a good bit. It's going to take me like 10 minutes, probably tops.
And how you can either not join or continue to play Deep Rock. I mean,
What?
either
Those,
way,
are those my
right.
only options?
Yeah.
The
Damn.
only 2 options you have.
What were those options?
Beat my dick. Or beat my dick.
Then I guess you have to be your dick.
Beat my dick or beat my dick French style. It's exactly the same except with a bigger dick, except
And a wetter hand.
wet his hand in all the land.
You know who else has a wet hand?
Well done.
Jonathan Majors.
But you still need to
Swimmers.
finish cleansing the cave. Locate the
But
remaining
if the swimmer
patches of
isn't
rock
swimming,
rocks and
the hand's
finish
still
the
wet.
job.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of like perpetually moist at the very least.
Moist. I don't know why people have a problem with that word.
Oh, you had a problem with that word.
Did I?
Swear you did.
I don't think I did.
There is a word, isn't there?
I think that was probably you.
Oh, I don't have a problem with words.
A word, yeah, clunge probably. Yeah.
You hate clunge.
Yeah, I don't like that word.
I'm getting infected.
Surprised you know it.
What?
Yeah. I thought the word
Got
that you
him.
wouldn't like is tutelage.
Huh? Oh well, that's fine. Of course I don't.
Why would he
It
not like a word he didn't know existed?
doesn't exist. Doesn't exist.
He doesn't know most words exist. He's just not very.
Alright, stream's
It's pretty
over.
bold of Harry to hate one of the 2 words he knows. He knows moist and plunge, and he's not a huge fan of one of them.
What?
You need to start fighting back, dude. You've
Why?
just easily fallen into the role of the bully. Just start shooting elsewhere.
No, but the
maybe one of us
bullied one would at least react.
All contagion spikes neutralized.
You know?
Cave
Yeah, but
decontamination
you,
complete.
no.
They're like, ah,
Just because you're not reacting doesn't mean
stop
we're not
being
bullying.
mean. Stop being mean to
Let's get
me.
this wrapped up.
No, it does mean I'm not being bullied, actually.
Yeah, it kind of does.
No, I'm not. It has to have an effect.
Alright, then we'll continue doing it.
Please don't. It'll make you feel good.
Exactly.
Please don't. Please don't. Don't put me in the phone box.
Oh my god.
Fucking teacher.
Yeah.
I think in that phone box, he decided to never learn another word again, and it shaped him
It
into
shows.
the
It shows.
the illiterate dumbass that
How
he is
did you
today.
combine those two things?
What?
Those two concepts?
I managed to get like
two
fucking
trauma
7 in
points in
English
your
or
life.
something, but without knowing any words.
He just wrote and over again, and then the teacher just felt so much pity that they give you a good grade.
Mm.
And they were
Did you write
jealous
about, what
of
did you
my
write about in your
verbose
English
vocabulary
shit where you had
that
to
I
write about
failed.
something?
You what?
Probably wrote there's a cat that sat on the mat, and he probably copied it from the
Copied it.
book earlier on.
You got him.
I think anyone's done that. Like where it's like come up with a story, they basically just take the story that they give at the beginning, like the story that you have to like learn, and it's like snippets of. You not reviving me on purpose.
Minehead launch.
No.
Escape pod will arrive when Minehead
Okay,
has been
okay.
secured.
That would have been really crass of you.
It's debated. It's like hard to tell whether it's malicious
shit.
or see with Harry.
That's so rude, Thomas. He won't understand it, but it is rude.
Yeah. You can say that.
I
for
wouldn't
random,
be
you
down
won't-
here
You won't
if I
get
were
it.
you. I realised I've got grenades.
Får du det ner då inte alla relaterat på nätet?
What? Is that your attempt at using words, Henry? Once again, he failed to put his feelings into words. And like the caveman he is, he resorts to screaming.
Oh, I went to bed with a really bad headache last night.
Is that from
I
talking
do find it a
just
bit
for like
silly
an
though,
hour?
that Harry like did well in English. Is like doing an English degree, yet he's not noticeably more literate than me or
I think
you.
it just,
No, I'm
it
not.
just,
What are you-
it just
that's not
implies
true.
that they just don't bother teaching you like words. They just teach you how to use them. It's not about the size of your vocabulary, but the times in which you use it.
Yeah, it's
That's-
not about the
that's
size,
what
but
it's
how
all
you
about.
use it.
I think I use my vocabulary perfectly well, and it's perfectly
Large, which means
yeah,
you're very
perfectly
good at
large.
sex. I mean conversation.
What the fuck? Or sex,
Yeah,
I mean
yeah.
sex, I mean sex, I mean...
Like, I'm
And I
not-
have
I'm
a
not
very,
illiterate,
very
yet I
large vocabulary,
struggle to
yet
pass
I
it,
have no
which
idea
shows
what I'm
that it's
doing with it.
not a good test of somebody's literacy. Which means what the fuck is it a test of?
How to pass a test.
Stand clear.
Yeah, a stupid ass test.
That's the test that it goes. The stupid ass test.
Fucking is, man. It's a stupid ass test. Stupid ass people. Doesn't show or prove anything about anything.
You're literally the plumbing course. Shut up.
Pod has arrived. Clock is ticking. All up to you, team.
What are we doing about it?
Pod departing in T-minus 3
Get corroded, retard.
I'd probably kill you.
Could probably kill me. I'll help.
Fair enough.
Good work. We're pulling you back in.
I'm going for like 10 minutes. You guys are still in the game, so it's fine. I'll probably be done.
They're having sex.
No, I'm gonna look
Yeah,
at a
you
bike.
Nah, you're not. That's a euphemism.
It's a euphemism for going to get the bike. Wait, what did you say? We get some kills, Tyler. Good.
Alright. Well, I guess I'm gonna still be here then. Glad we got 6 malt stars.
All stars. Like Brawl Stars. Stream's called One Ticket to Shrimpville, please.
What does a play on words do?
It's not play on words, though, is it?
It's just a place called Shrimpville.
Yeah. Shrimpville. Yeah, unfortunately for you,
krill pit to shrimp pit.
I have to go and
Shrimpville.
promote my driller.
Oh, okay.
No.
Beautiful little void spots.
Driller. 20. $20. 22. Legendary 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. The Memorial Hall is where we honor the fallen.
hitting the bar after this.
What is it now, eh? Who are you now?
What are you saying?
What's your driller?
What are you even saying?
I could use a
Words.
tip today.
God, I'm so loud.
Barely.
How am I louder than you?
You're not.
I'm coming through your mic so fucking loud. What the hell? I genuinely couldn't comprehend that.
What the fuck? I'm
What's
not doing
that?
that shit.
I'm doing your shit, if you know how I mean that.
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
Mr. Krabs!
Mr. Crab. Why are you joining?
To fuck with you.
Lock and load.
Or not, I guess I won't fuck with you anymore. Tom's not here, there's no fun in fucking you though, and there's no
Weak.
Tom audience.
Weakness.
You mean? Say weakness.
Weakness. What? What? What's going on here?
Bry.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Oh. What the hell?
No way.
Oh my god. No way. Nice.
I'm at the point in
Nice.
Assassin's Creed Syndicate where if I didn't pay for the game, I would have stopped playing by now.
Alright.
I'm
Right.
not enjoying it, but I'm kind of bored of it. But I spent money on it, so tough shit. Which yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's so fucking ugly as hell. What the hell is that even supposed to be? Letter openers. Damn. Wet crow. Team snipers.
You're not playing. Uh. Halo Infinite. Fuck!
No. What's wrong with you? You're a grown-ass man. You're the grown-ass man.
My ass is bleeding, my ass is bleeding, my ass is bleeding, my ass is bleeding.
That's bleeding.
I'm not joking, I'm not joking, I'm not joking, I'm not joking.
Oh, yeah, it's bleeding. Oh, the Oppenheimer review's up.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
You good?
What?
Good?
Why is that? Why would you ask that now?
Meant the review, is it good?
Is the review good?
Yeah.
I'd like to think so.
Capture the flag.
No! Not this one. One ticket to Bonaville, please.
I will murder you and your entire family.
Wait!
Or
S7 sniper inbound. S7 sniper available.
Aerospis. Oh my god! An actual live from 343 in my game.
oh,
Yeah, it's not a bot. It's called Haraspis. He's the community manager or something.
They've
That's what it
taken
was.
our flag.
that little people.
Community writer.
The enemy flag
What?
carrier.
You don't often just bump into a dev. Do you?
You can.
Only if there isn't an overwhelming amount of players.
Why should I not be able to do that? They just shouldn't show up in anyone's game. No one should ever see a dev. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying it should be really unlikely, and you've
It
not played
is.
that game a ton.
I think that's not how it works. It could be someone's first game.
Yeah, chances of that are fuck all. Unless there's not many people playing it, then the chances are pretty high, because the devs are like guaranteed to be playing.
You're talking doo-doo feces.
You're coping.
I don't... No, I'm not.
I just checkmate, I guess. Except, wait a minute.
No, I'm not. I don't care
Oh,
to
it's
cope.
not.
I just don't think that necessarily makes sense. I think it's perfectly reasonable to come across a dev randomly. I wasn't even thinking about it in that sense. I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Faith in who? 343?
Yeah.
Power items have
I
arrived.
think my lack of faith in them is based.
Based.
But not like based as in based, but like based as in based.
What kind of base are we talking about here?
The based kind.
Sidearm.
Oh my god, it's Pepito! Pepito the cat!
Tool for the job.
He's in my game!
That someone, or you just it's just a nice name?
It's a Twitter account about a cat called Pepito. It's like he's got like automated cameras that like it's like automated account. It takes photos of when he comes in and out of the house
Enemy flag.
and records the time.
Allied
And every time there's like hundreds of people in the replies. Every single time, it happens multiple times a day. When it leaves, like everyone's like, "Oh no, Pepito, come back!" And when he comes back in, it's like, "Oh, Pepito, hi! Oh no!" Fucking
So
insane.
just mass hysteria.
Yep.
available. They know
Good.
where you are.
We need more mass hysteria.
Flag captured.
Agreed.
Enemy flags in Allied hands.
Yo, Rispis, let's get on. Let's. Oh my god, he's in my water. Okay.
They've taken our flag. We have eyes on the enemy flag carrier.
Flag return. Flag captured.
Dear. He's not particularly good.
What, the cat?
No.
It's not that surprising, really, is it?
No. No. What the fuck? Well, he's not a dev, is he? He's a community writer. That's his role.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. I think he like probably like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Highway safety reduced. Our forces have seized the enemy flag.
Fuck.
It's bumhole. Come on, bring it home, boys. We're fucking smashing these idiots. This is lit.
The fella in your team or theirs?
What?
The dev. Rotation monks.
Who's on my team?
Alright.
Accidentally ran a teammate over. I'm pretty proud of. I'm dead. Live commentary. They've taken our flag.
Shields are down.
Removed.
Off the rack. That was lit as fuck, bro. Oh,
Yeah,
thanks.
that's fuck.
What?
Flag return.
Never mind.
Wow.
Shields are down.
Our forces have seized
Nice.
the enemy flag.
Five minutes remaining. Flag captured. Captured.
Do you think devs have access to all the armor? Or do you think they have to buy stuff from the store as well?
No.
No, what?
They wouldn't pay for the stuff that they no. Maybe.
He should. He doesn't make anything.
Well, it's essentially money that is from the company just going back into
Hello.
it, really. Hello, Thomas. Like, I doubt the devs buy the DLCs. Except maybe they might, because how else would they have it?
Not DLC. Just
I know, but same thing.
Actions.
Tectonica?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's
Harry?
just, you know,
Wanna play some Tectonica?
Ecto Nico.
Nick.
Nico.
Tectonic.
Nah.
Do I look like a man who wants to play Tectonica?
Nika, sun god Nika.
Gordon Ramsay's.
The Nika fruit.
Oh my god, have you seen the new One Piece trailer yet?
Gordon Ramsay.
No,
I'll show you it
saw
tomorrow.
An analysis of it. It was like 30 minutes long, and I'm like, fuck off.
Anyway, I hold what I said. It looks fun, genuinely.
Yeah, it will be. It's One Piece, Harry.
Yeah, but that's not how it works when you're making a fucking adaptation.
Yeah, but
not
if it's
that
a faithful
simple.
one, then it would.
Fatalities give points. Points give victory.
Harry, when One Piece good.
No.
I recommend catching up right now. We're about to get back to Egghead. What? What's going on here?
Died.
Hello, Thomas.
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
well.
I just got fucked over and I don't know how. Raggedy Warbug.
I forgot how amazing this farm was.
What one?
And how my one, this amazing one that definitely doesn't result in hundreds of items being queued.
Yeah, there was much better ways of doing this.
I don't think there was.
I think you're
Yeah, there were.
right.
What do you mean? Yeah, there were.
You could have had chests. They didn't just spend the entire time queuing.
Yeah, but then it wouldn't. Why?
Why?
We just have chests full of it, but we don't need it. We want it to be turned into the thing.
Plasma grenades obtained.
Plus, you wouldn't want to take it taking more thingy than it needs. Limestone.
No.
Overshield inbound.
What?
No, Harry. Limestone is very important.
It's very common.
Yeah, but not common enough somehow.
Overshield available.
Oh my god, they stuck a fucking threat sensor to the fucking wall.
Not common enough because for each biodens it requires 50 of it. Hundreds and hundreds of biodens. Actually, we need thousands and thousands of biodens.
Okay, I am going to make 200 Mark II
Muckatoo.
of conveyor belts because I need to repair a door. And if that isn't what life is for, then I don't know what life is for.
Power weapons.
Do you want to start storing these
What the fuck was all that?
blue things anyway, moving them around?
What things?
Just the blue. You could use a chest for them because we do need them to leave.
Maybe.
Please obey.
Yeah, actually, probably, yeah. You want to do that, or is that you telling me to do that?
As you do that, maybe like increase the effectiveness of all of that fucking pile of shit.
That's all I heard. That's all I'm hearing right now. What was that top? It's fine, it works.
Not
That's
really.
that's yeah, really. Does it work? Yes. Therefore it works. Therefore it's fine. Check. Mate. Harry, you're scaring me.
Or he's a straight up psychopath.
I then appeared at the window and I looked straight at him as I did the same thing again. Screamed laughter. Evil manic laughter. My dad.
Rupert.
Rupert, yeah, yeah.
I don't know your dad's name.
My dad's name is Forkhorn Leghorn.
We need 80 fucking drills. Not drills,
Okay.
80, what's his thingies,
Gizzards.
Spit it out, Thomas. What?
Chizzies.
Chizzies? That's not a thing, Thomas.
Chizzy Wizzies. You better fucking.
It's that one.
Nice.
Did you hear that, Tyler?
Nope.
The woman says she wants more drills.
So you did just have sex?
No. What?
She wants more drills.
Yeah.
That's very clever, Tyler.
Thank you. I also made myself uncomfortable, so that's the current situation. Alright. Well, no, it's actually not. Decipher signal by crafting and possessing an unknown piece of equipment. It's not very helpful. I mean, actually, it's equipment, and I own all the equipment, so it's clearly equipment we don't own. So it kind of is helpful. Because there's not many equipment we don't own.
Get out! Get out!
Being the
He's back! He's not the enemy team!
Omni Seeker. Probably, I would imagine. Well, I need to find the beacon, which I've yet to find, and I feel like I should have found by now. Alright, Jesus.
You fucking idiot.
5 minutes remaining.
LGTV.
Enemy team nearing victory.
That was an epic gamer moment.
I doubt that.
Check the footage and then you'll feel really stupid.
I don't want to.
Check the
Kindle by
footage.
extract.
Yeah? What do you want with that?
Yeah, what's that all about? Yeah?
I need Kindle by extract.
What for?
I want to make a bunch of fast inserters.
Beg your pardon? Beg your pardon?
Do we have
Oh.
Kindle by extract?
I assume so. Hey Tom, is this chest here? Do you want to just look at it for me? Yeah. I didn't know which part the extract was. It was that one. So yeah, it's the plant fiber of this type of farm.
And I
we've not
process
been turning
units,
it
which I
into
know we have.
Hopefully, unless we run out of everyone, so we're good.
I think I might craft it myself to save taking it.
Oh, cool! I just saw a really
cool.
sick Secret Invasion spoiler.
Oh, that's really cool. Here,
What?
you don't go on Twitter.
Woe is me. It's probably the most important thing, though. Actually, the only thing that actually has
It
any real
really
bearing.
does.
Not that. What?
Oh yeah, new one's out today, isn't it?
Today,
The finale.
so it's barely even a spoiler. I mean, it is, but it's not like it was leaked. I thought that you got leaked.
What?
Oh.
Doesn't matter. He doesn't die.
Forward to watching that while I eat, because I think it'd be a waste of time otherwise.
Guns. I got them. You need
Should
them.
always have.
Clever boy.
That's not right.
I'm always happy to take your money.
You are about to be killed for some crime that deserves you being killed. Your final meal, what is it?
Why are you asking this? Are you just
Grace.
you're just asking what you would have your final meal be?
Yeah.
That
I said it
that
would.
tart de flat I had in Cornwall.
What, a tart de fart?
Tartiflette.
What the hell even is that?
Just, I don't know.
Your own death?
Just something I had.
Did it a couple years back to throw Hyperion off my
You
trail.
ordered something that you had no idea what it was.
I know what it was, but it's like it's not easy to like put down to like.
You take him out first.
It's just a mass of potato and cheese and onion.
See, that immediately, it really sounded like some sort of dessert. So you already kind of cleared up something for me.
Yeah, very, very, very savoury, very fucking calorific. Jesus Christ.
You're like, whoa.
It was so dense. Oh my god. But it was so good, and
Bit like you.
I get the feeling I'm never gonna have it again. What?
Well, I mean, if you're on death's row, there you are. There's a good enough reason.
And I would have that, and I would have like my normal order from Papa John's. The usual.
I'd have to
Keep
make
the pair well
breakfast.
together?
No,
would
I'd put
not,
the
Thomas.
tartiflette on top of it. I would do.
No, I wouldn't.
You would not want that to be the final thing you eat.
Hey, savagely.
But, what, you know what it would be, Tom?
No idea.
No. Well, what's your favourite food?
Up the side. You're
So
hungry.
what's like top 3,
I don't know.
top 5?
Do you have a really memorable meal individually? I mean, not just because of the food itself. Or well, yeah, I guess so, but not a meal more so than just particular food.
What food do you get the most excited for, like,
Yeah,
just before you eat it?
yeah.
Tom,
No.
you don't know. What have you got for
don't
dinner
know.
today?
Why can't you answer questions?
Don't know.
Don't know! What would you want for dinner today?
Fucking woman behaviour.
Steak.
What is
Steak.
Steak. You'd want steak for dinner today. Would you say you like steak?
Yeah.
Would you say it's top, like up there in food that you'd want to eat, like always?
Yeah.
Would you say that you would want to eat it before you die?
Maybe.
What other things do you think would stop you from eating it? Like, if not steak, what?
I don't know.
Fuck!
What about you, Tyler?
You're
What
really
about you?
getting somewhere. I don't know. I've spent too much time trying to figure out Tom's one. I haven't thought about it.
Can't do that.
Probably just cubes and chips.
Jesus Christ! Why don't you ask for
There's
that?
a reason I have it like
ask for
twice
anything,
weekly.
right? So what I would do if I were
Yeah,
you is ask
it
for
would be
that, but then
really
ask
good
for some
years and
really
shit.
random shit as well. You haven't had. You could ask for like.
Why
both.
would I try something on my deathbed? What kind of dumb shit is that?
I don't know. You're not gonna try it any other time, though, are you?
No, which is why I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna have gourmet Kievs and chips.
Not a bad
The
idea.
chips are gonna be like quadruple fried, dripping with grease
Fried
and
in
good
Goose
juice.
fat.
The chicken isn't gonna be like Tesco frozen shit. It's gonna be like straight from the
Sainsbury's.
chicken.
Go Sainsbury's.
Like it's only been like dead for like half an hour.
No, Waitrose. Even better.
The thing's undercooked. Probably yeah. They're gonna have Heinz ketchup because I wouldn't want
Whoa.
even fancier
No,
ketchup.
Daddy's.
I wouldn't want
Daddy's
to risk it.
ketchup. You know that
What
one?
the hell is Daddy's ketchup? What the fuck, dude? Kinky weird bitch.
What? No. It's Daddy's ketchup. Lovely ketchup.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. I don't know what dessert I know.
Bacon sandwich.
That's hardly a dessert. Probably just Cookie Crumbled Galaxy, I think. I eat the foods that I like often. Therefore, I think I'd probably continue doing that.
Very surprising you still like them.
Well, I don't eat them too much, just
What?
often.
What's up?
Often.
I'm hungry.
Leave the echoes in the attached dead drop locations.
Blah, 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 blah.
And then,
If Hyperion
if you got your food on your deathbed, or you're not deathbed, but you know your last meal, and then something got fucked up, and then your day of execution got moved to the day after, and they then had to like you had another one essentially. What would it be? Would it be the same thing? Would you want it again?
It'd be the
would you
same
try something
thing.
harder?
It'd be the same thing, but like inverted. It would be like the tartiflette like spread out to the shape of a pizza, and the pizza like crumpled into a little pot.
And at that point, the security guards that they're like, all right, we understand why you're on death row at this point. You fucking psychopathic bastard.
I would have like a calzone of that pizza with the tartiflette inside it or something. That would be the main. Actually, that would be the one I'd have on the day. But if I had to have a second one, probably some Chinese.
Just a Chinese takeaway, really rein it in. Have such a grand final meal, and then like, oh no, shit, delayed. Have like another one. Like,
Well, I
fuck
need
it,
to
order
pair
some
two things.
Chinese.
So I need John Lee's special pork and the house special chow mein. That's the best Chinese you can get.
Is that what in your area or just like generally?
I
You
believe
just know
probably
that?
generally. So yes, that is my area. But you need to pair it with something else, obviously.
Obviously.
Jenna Coleman.
Kiki bitch, eh?
No, that's such a terrible idea. A child.
I was out hunting and found some of that iridium stuff, and one of those weird worshipper guys sees me, and I chase him down.
A
And
copy of Morbius on Blu-ray.
The entire series of The Crown on Blu-ray.
One of Christopher Nolan's jackets.
huge.
Okay, but why not just send an echo? Why call me out here and increase the risk of Hyperion finding out your
I would have that Chinese. I would also have like a Cuban cigar.
Because how did
I don't even know if that would be applicable. It probably wouldn't give you a cigar, actually.
Yeah, what would your drink be as well? That's something to wash it all down.
Yeah, no, can't, no. Best drink? Well, I mean, the only thing I can think of is Brother's honeycomb cider. Yeah.
Then if that's the only thing you think of, then it sounds like that's the one, really. Right?
Because I don't really have a particular drink that stands out, like as in only having had it once. Like that's what the tartlet is. That's like the best meal I've ever had. Because I only had it once, and it was I feel like I'm really thinking of have. Yeah, it's magical. Exactly.
I don't think that's what he was doing.
I think Pedro Pascal is a bit fruity.
Very.
He's gay, is what I'm saying. Well, he's never openly said that.
Would you be gay with Pedro Pascal?
No.
No?
No.
Would you be gay with anyone?
Yeah.
You'd be gay with you would fuck yourself. If you were looking in the mirror and mirror you walked out, you would immediately fuck yourself, wouldn't you, Thomas?
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Okay then.
Like the thing.
That's terrible.
Jack just left
That is absolutely
That is dread.
hilarious.
Another vault hunter, huh?
That was a word that Harry knew that I didn't know was a word. That recently. The word direct.
It's a good word, isn't it?
Really impressed me with his knowledge. I think he'd been studying up.
I am so full of hate.
Written on every nanometer of my being is hate.
Yep.
Hey Tyler, I set up a limestone farm.
Good, because we ran out.
Is it a farm or is it a mine?
Both.
How's it both?
It's a farm that mines.
What do you think?
So do you just have a ton of limestone sitting over there?
Yeah, I'm just gonna store it for now until we till I build another
Oh, I didn't realise it did that.
thing.
In today's jam.
Thing?
Yeah, another fuel farm.
LGTV plus? Question mark.
Is that LGTV or LGBT? TV, LGTBI, QTB, VC, NE, A, B, D, C, C, she, he.
It's not dinner time, it's 4 o'clock.
E, key, pop,
Yeah,
cell
bitch.
phone. That whore.
I could go with
Yeah,
some. I could go for some food right now, actually.
Alright. Come round here, and you can have some of my
Come
biscuits.
round here.
I've got this. We got chocolate hobnobs.
I got chocolate hobnobs.
No, I don't. We do.
Do you have to share the chocolate hobnobs?
No.
Are they that popular in there? Okay.
Thanks. Unless Hyperion knows about
Hey, are you the kind of family that has like a tin with full of biscuits?
Tin of biscuits. Of course we do.
Holy shit, dude.
What? What? Look at that.
Yeah. It's weird.
How's that weird?
Just leave them in the packet, you weird fucker.
Why would we leave them in the packet?
Because why wouldn't you?
Shut the fuck up. You have no class.
What?
You have no taste for the finer things in life, and I don't respect it.
The finer things being what, biscuits?
Yep.
I like chocolate hobnobs. Try again.
Shut the fuck up!
Yeah, I second that notion. Mute her, Thomas.
Just boop her on the nose, like that video of that guy throwing the woman's TV down the stairs.
It sprints away.
I found that video again, the one where it's like, forget everything you know. And the guy just goes completely dead-eyed.
That dude realised he had a skill at that instant. Like, a skill that could only really be used in one scenario. And
Actually amazing. Just incredible
It's better
acting.
acting than like most actors can like do.
Yeah. Yeah, way better than Cillian Murphy.
I like him so much. I really like I've only
What,
seen
as a
him
person?
once, seen him. But yeah, I
He's
I
an
like
awkward
him.
fuck.
Yeah, he looks so fucking pissed and serious all the time. Yeah, he's not really capable of either. It feels.
Off my fucking thing.
He just strikes me as the type of person that doesn't get angry or like serious, but his face just exudes that constantly.
Yeah.
If you got the money, I'll save your gold-earned life.
Wait.
Oh.
Bukayaba. Blika Dugada. Kuta Kuta Yota.
Ooga chaka chaka chaka.
Nobody seems to be around. Just drive up and honk your horn. Maybe this won't be so hot.
Yeah, I'm open.
You can't stop me feeling your boy.
You know what I think?
Can't stop me feeling
I do actually think that
inside of you.
my opinion sort of changed. I think the first Pirates of the Caribbean is definitely better than the second one, which means it's probably better than the third one as well. Even though I think I actually like the third one more than the second one.
I honestly, I don't know. As far as my memory serves me, they're all right.
Oh, stupid.
Oh.
Why?
Why is it
I don't remember them being inherently
you were hungry, not
revolutionary.
They are though. They're not. It's not revolutionary. Some of these are just great, good,
Yeah,
great
everything.
shit though. Just good shit.
Yeah.
Just delicious.
You
I think it's 'cause the second one doesn't have Barbosa.
Stop playing Xbox.
It's until the very end. At the very end. So tell me, what's become of my ship? That's Barbosa. That's
Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. I feel nothing.
No, you're welcome.
You must not believe these old stories, Miss Turner. You ain't one.
Didn't she just like resurrect him? Isn't that what occurred?
Yeah. You want to brave the strange shores at world's end. You need a man, like a captain who knows those waters. And then what comes down the stairs? It's Apple. It's fairly obvious that he's there. Actually. I didn't notice it like the first couple times I saw it, but you know, once you realise, you see his legs multiple times.
So he's just
and the monkey
he's
like,
just, like,
runs
waiting
straight
there.
to him. No, he's out like unconscious or like he's dead maybe. I don't know.
Nah, I think he's just standing there waiting for a dramatic reveal.
He's on load, dude.
Yeah.
That was
What the hell's going on over there? Oh, howdy! I didn't see you there. Shut the fuck up! I have a problem with some of the dialogue in this game. When there's like when any character is flirtatious, it gets really awkward when you're playing as Gage.
Oh, right. Fair enough.
Yeah, it is fair enough. Actually, I don't know how old she's meant to be fair.
Good luck. Catch you.
But still.
Let me know if anything catches your eye.
Weird. Oh, it's Loggins. It's Kenny Loggins. I understand now.
I'm requesting a flyby.
That's very smart. I didn't even realise that entire mission is a Top Gun reference. You know. The one where he like sends you into the camp, the buzzard camp, and he's the guy standing outside Ellie's garage. Loggins, Kenny Loggins, made Highway to the Danger Zone.
Highway to
Danger Zone. I like how Scooter says if you make fun of the way my sister looks, I have to like fucking tie you up and set it on fire. It's like, yeah, okay, sure. Good luck.
how you felt when saying
Yeah, it's that fucking the dog with the dead. Yeah, Daredevil dog. What was the other thing that was that we referenced recently?
I don't think we can recall.
It would have been Borderlands.
Yeah, I think so.
Doom 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 doom. One ticket to Shrimpville, please.
One ticket to Barbie and Oppenheimer, please.
One ticket to Barbenheimer, please. So is that one ticket for Barben? Two tickets? No, one ticket for Barbenheimer.
I assume they were probably like warned of that, right? I assume that they probably were preparing for the day.
There really was a distinction of outfits. When we went to see
when you were there.
Yeah. As in, it was people who were dressed up for Barbie and people who were dressed normally. That was the distinction.
The Oppenheimer crowd didn't do much today.
No. Unless they're taking it way too seriously. It's probably, how are you supposed to dress for Oppenheimer?
Suit.
Suit and tie.
Yeah.
And that's for Barbie. For Oppenheimer, you wear a pink mankini.
Yeah.
What you would have wanted. And my friend Dave died. He drowned at his funeral. We got him a wreath in the shape of a life belt. What he would have wanted.
What does that even mean?
Robbenheimer. Brawlhalla. Ball and chain.
More like, oh shit, I need a piss, oh shit, I need a piss.
So do I.
me yourself.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go for a piss right now.
Oh, it seems
You
over.
can go after me.
Some of their cars and bring me a few of those ornaments.
Alright, bye-bye. I'll be back.
Robin Groban. Reben